Yeah, let's just go over the bingo card just so I can remember what's going on. Okay, it's not that bad. Smoke shop or alcohol spending. Never learned about finances. Buy now, pay later. Not a credit card person. Spending more on a credit card with a balance. DoorDash. Late fee. Oh, hello. I didn't actually expect people to come. That would be great. This is great. Uh, I'm just going over the bingo card right now. For this one, we're all gonna share a card. I think eventually I might put like the card into the description, but I also don't want like people to cheat. But I'm not 100% sure if that'll be a problem. Uh, okay, so spending more on a credit card with balance. DoorDash, late fee, concerned about credit score, sweet treats slash taquitos. Car has problems, S&P 500 mentioned, crazy thumbnail slash title, that's a free space. I'll wait on that one just for when we actually start the game. Hair dye slash nails slash piercings. I should also put tattoos on there. I'm totally counting tattoos. Makes fun of Noah, mental health mentioned. Caleb squeaks. Ooh. Oh, it should start refreshing. Oh yeah, the and that was a very fun. In general, this pyramid schemes and that type of stuff are in general pretty fun to talk about. See, it's this guy right here. Uh, should be any minute now. Okay, so I stopped at Caleb squeaks, blaming dead on others. Caleb calls himself fat. I keep on losing to that one. Actually, no, I only lost to that one time. Over 6% car loan, cope slash nervous laugh. Basically, no retirement. Not having an emergency fund caused an emergency. Student loan for a degree they don't use, and be an adult. Let's see what we got. Caleb's late. There it is. Okay, there we go. Unhinged, newlyweds, destined for divorce. Oh. Oh, this one's gonna be very interesting. I can already tell.
Married for 5 days, 6 days?
Okay. Let's go ahead and do crazy thumbnail. And we already got hair dye, so I feel like our chances of bingo are higher than are decently high with this one.
Oh. And you're saying we're in this situation because your wife collects things?
I think we probably would be less in this situation.
There's a new Caleb video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that's why I do them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because I've basically just been doing them live-ish, but I just somewhat with like a little bit of a delay when I post them because of like rendering and stuff. So I think it's better just to do it live at this point if I'm already doing this.
If a certain someone didn't have collections, we'll call them, the
art
that you see on her body is very expensive, but she has a pretty
just out of the gate, just like sure. You know?
Normally, what the heck are you buying, and why are you still putting it on these credit cards that we sold things?
Reasonable question.
Okay, so they're gonna be throwing each other under the bus.
Hi, I'm Joel. I'm 29 years old, and we're based out of Phoenix, Arizona.
And this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming down to Austin, guys. What do we do for
Let me know if the volume has any issues or anything.
Arizona. We'll start with you, Ellie.
I am an admissions advisor. I basically help kids get into college.
Oh.
Okay.
You help people get into college. Do you lead them to majors that make no money?
Yeah, that's my question.
No, we do.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, I was led to that major.
Mainly business. No, I got a degree in coloring. Art degree.
I knew it. I knew it just by looking at her. I'm sorry. She fits every stereotype.
In the law enforcement space.
Whoa, interesting.
Yeah, they're based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. They make body-worn cameras and tasers for police officers.
Oh, okay. Just don't tase me. And then
yeah.
Chill.
It's not fun.
What do you make? You've been tased.
I have.
I mean, he's a dude in an office that sells tasers. Oh. Wait, did he actually get like arrested or something? I thought that was just like an office prank.
And what do you make in this job?
Oh, sorry. I should probably have prefaced that. That was like a company thing. That was like yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
no,
it was like voluntary exposure. I just realized. Yep. I just realized that you were probably getting the wrong idea here, but no, it was an optional thing.
If you're a criminal, you're a criminal.
I knew it.
You know, you do you. How much do you make in this job?
I brought in $60,000 last year.
Okay.
Nice. And how much do you make?
About 48.
Okay, so
that's not as bad as I was expecting, to be honest. Because I expected it to all be on him.
It's definitely a struggle, just because everything is kind of jumping up in prices.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. We're talking about inflation again.
Bills.
Groceries, like I think were 12%.
Do you want to bet that they actually
when I was just looking at
that the groceries are really the problem?
Over the last 5 years, and we're for whatever reason 5% higher than the national average.
In Scottsdale, Arizona?
Just Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, in Phoenix, Arizona? Yeah. I don't know about Phoenix specifically, but right now, just year-over-year inflation, we're at, and sometimes, depending on the report, below 3%.
Right.
So I think at the peak of inflation, when we were looking at that 9 and everything like that, that was certainly, a harder time, especially when things like eggs and poultry, that went like
insane for us.
That went insane.
I think that's more like a supply issue
to say,
there.
If wage didn't keep up with them,
coincided.
It's easier to say, okay, times are harder, and for a lot of people, it really is. Yesterday, the median wage growth across the United States, it was announced this morning, that it increased by almost 4% year over year, where inflation is at 3% year over year.
I want to know how that's calculated a bit.
Median, of course, this doesn't apply to everyone. This is median is actually above, so it's finally, potentially not only doing a keep up, but maybe a bit of a recovery potentially.
Right.
Labor statistics also came in, 4.3 unemployment rate.
Yeah.
For actually accurate, I'm not 100% sure.
Is that the reason why we're struggling? Because whenever I hear immediately
I always forget. I'm going to like the Caleb video.
The economy. I'm just like, okay, but what's actually going on if we look into your money? Because a lot of people will just use them as cop-outs.
Right.
There are a lot of people that have actually gone through hard things because of the incredible inflation that took place a couple years ago. Absolutely. Absolutely. But when I hear someone mention it right now, today,
it's a little concerning.
I'm curious.
That was my
immediately.
That's what I'm kind of expecting.
I will say at least in Ellie's situation, she hasn't gotten a merit increase since 2020.
You haven't?
Nope.
Like this is a battle she's fighting.
That is because of the Department of Education.
Okay.
The Department of Education basically has a set amount that people can make legally without being compensated for enrolling students.
So this might tell us, is this the best job? How long have you been in this job?
2 years.
How long have you guys been together?
4.
Married by 4?
Married for 5 days, 6 days.
Oh.
This is new.
Yes.
Yeah. There's lore behind that for sure.
Well, before
this was a choice. Doing it like immediately.
Destroy you guys or whatever.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's have happiness.
Just a little bit.
Unless if they did oh no. Unless if they did like Elvis wedding. I imagine that this month we'll have a lot of wedding expenses. But I'm not sure.
Even being on financial audit?
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Romantic.
This is our honeymoon.
Financial three-way. This is exciting.
No.
Why does he always have to make those types of jokes?
What's going on? What's going on here?
So, I think we probably would be less in this situation if a certain someone didn't have collections, we'll call them.
I want to know what she had collections for.
Collections of maybe miniatures and
that type of collection. She's a nerd. Okay, well, I guess I should have guessed with like the Boba Fett and the BB-8. Disney nerd, but still nerd.
I was thinking financial.
No. Collections of like things.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
She collects the art that you see on her body is very cool, but she collects it and it's very expensive. But
tattoos are very expensive.
How much have you spent on tattoos?
I have spent probably roughly around $8,000.
Over the course of how long?
Wow.
Years. How am I now?
Years.
They worded that so weird for a financial show.
And a lot of things, whether or not that's good or bad. I mean, it sounds like your wage isn't keeping up with what you need it to, so that would make it like, okay, maybe that's not the most responsible purchase. But you're specifically saying that your new wife's collecting of different things, including the art on her body is, as you said, is what got you into this situation. I don't even know what this situation is. Well, I went through your finances, so I technically do, but it's like, you know, it's a thick pile. Yeah. It's a lot of.
You guys have like a combined income of over 100,000. I mean, you can afford some collectibles. It just depends on how you're doing it. This should be interesting. Holy cow, this one's almost gonna be like 2 hours. This is gonna be interesting.
Dad, it's some of the highest credit card balances on single credit cards that I've seen in a while. And there's some really high interest bad debt. There's some Sally Mae, that private student loans.
Oh boy.
And you're saying we're in this situation because
I really hope it's hers.
I mean,
because then I get to put it on the bingo card.
We took out Sally.
She's reduced
because your wife collect things.
Where is it?
No, that was definitely due to me going to school for way longer than I anticipated.
So why is this about your wife collecting things?
Well, I mean, I definitely
sounds like you collected a high interest Sally Mae loan.
How quickly?
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true.
Are they going to throw each other
where I was like
under the bus? They've already kind of started.
A semester away from graduating, and I didn't have the money to finish, and I couldn't start classes until I did that. I, you know, got desperate and was looking for any way to get a loan because I had already exacerbated.
So what is this collecting thing though? I mean, that you bring up. What is this?
I mean, she has a pretty
just out of the gate, just like.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah,
sure. They can be pretty expensive
when we first got together. She just had like collections of things, whether it was small backpacks or I don't know if you've heard of Funko Pops, but
yeah.
Okay, I'm judging you. I'm judging you, lady. I'm sorry. I'm judging you. Really? How much have you spent on Funko Pops? Come on. There's so many better ways to get merch for things that you like than Funko Pops. God. Okay. I'm sorry. This is like the second time it's happened too. Because there's another chick like a week ago who had spent like a crazy amount of money on Funko Pops. And it's like, why? It's not like a nice like Nendroid or something cool. It's a freaking Funko Pop.
Because we had someone else on the show.
Well, this one has more Funko Pops than days in a year, so it's a fair amount of things that she would just buy, like little one-off things, and they just show up in the mail, or she'd buy them and be like, "Oh, I forgot about this." It comes 6 months later.
Situation because of that?
I mean, it's a contributing factor. I doubt it's. I doubt it's the main reason.
There are definitely credit card charges.
It's probably impulse buying
my only
too.
Credit card that may have been Funko related. A little bit ago.
What's a little bit ago?
It's been about a year since I bought a Funko.
Good.
But I was really bad. Like,
so why are we talking about that?
Well, what did you tell me just the other day? What was this, last weekend?
Oh my god. So a few days ago, I decided to work with a tattoo shop, and we're planning on doing a tattoo in a few years. Yes. Because I'm not trying to pay for it right now. So what we decided was I was going to do a payment
She's
plan.
A Funko withdrawal?
By the time I
starting now?
For something that she's not going to get for a couple years.
Well, that's stupid. Why don't you do a payment plan?
Wait.
When you do a payment plan, you get the product and you pay for it over time.
Wait, she's doing a payment plan for something she's not even getting yet? What if you choose not to get it? What if you just, like, die in a car crash? That's just a waste of money.
The product.
But this is gonna
when
be
you finance a car, do you get the car
piece
after you're done paying it off for a few years?
So this is like an art piece. So you always pay. Well, in most cases, you pay before for the art piece, so that we
generally not years before.
How much is this art piece?
That we haven't figured out yet. So
shouldn't you be figuring out if we have high credit price? If we have you basically have Sally Mae loans.
Don't get into what you don't know.
Basically.
Yes, co-signed on. Because this one has a cute face.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah. So the student loans are all my loans.
Co-signed?
I did.
Yeah.
You co-signed onto his private student loans?
Yes, I did.
When you guys were dating?
We were dating a few months.
No, not a few months. Well, we made a more co-signing a few months into our relationship.
Why would you do that? In what world does that make sense?
So for me at the time, I was doing a lot better financially. I was bringing in like 4.
What were you doing before?
So doing something like that was.
Why did you switch?
Why don't you do better financially now then?
Well, working
Did she get
from
fired?
6 a.m. to 1 a.m. is not an ideal way to continue your life.
Sure, probably not sustainable.
Yeah.
But if we continue to live off of like we're still making that amount of money, and then we get into a bad situation, then we can't get out of that situation. Maybe it's a thing we have to do temporarily to get out of that situation, and then budget like we're no longer in that situation anymore.
So, I guess my issue is that because
She just lifestyle inflate?
Basically learned to spend the money that I did because I made so much.
Yeah.
Now that I make so much less, I'm like, okay, can I buy this? And I'm like, no, I'll just buy it. It'll be fine. And then I'm like,
that's what I just said.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Making it make sense in my head. Sorry.
Oh, sure.
Huh.
But yeah.
It's
Wait.
It's
definitely.
How much do you guys know?
If it's a couple audit, and him saying that her spending on Funko Pops causes a problem, does that count as blaming debt on others? Because technically they're like one unit team, but they're also like throwing each other under the bus. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it just because I want to get a bingo.
About each other's financial situations.
Now everything.
What? Okay, and when did we figure this out?
Probably
whenever we did
2 years into the relationship.
Yeah.
We started looking into each other's finances. Like, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm struggling with.
When we started paying off.
So
each
what are
other's
we
debts.
struggling with?
Guess that's not unreasonable.
We're not
trying to
credit
keep-
card people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Trying to keep.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah.
Being honest with ourselves about that, probably.
Somebody needs to be honest about themselves.
What does that mean?
That this one makes a lot of purchases that he shouldn't be.
Okay.
Okay, they're just blaming each other.
I'm confused
constantly.
because when I ask what's going on, you say you're into the situation because of
Like, yeah.
reflections, and now we're saying, but we're in bad
Chad
credit card
agrees
debt
with me.
because
Chad agrees with me
she's
with
saying
the
because
blaming.
you make a lot of purchases that you shouldn't be. So what the is actually going on? What the is actually going on here into this? Like, what is legitimately going on?
I mean, I definitely take risks when it comes to purchases like cars and motorcycles and attempt to fix them up and flip them.
Not
and
again.
the overall P&L across the board?
P&L is not great. I'm sitting on a lot of sunk cost right now.
What is with like
so
people
maybe
with
we don't do that.
multiple
Well, we have
vehicle
tens of thousands
projects
of
on this
dollars
show?
debt, and we're taking out Sally Mae student loans, and we're having a girlfriend of a couple years at that time co-sign on them.
Yeah, and I think I kind of echo sentiment on
bleep the name.
Ellie's sentiment on definitely living outside of my means.
If you're wondering why they had to bleep that and be like, oh, go and say a different name type thing, it's because generally people on the show will go under aliases just to try not to get doxxed, especially when they're doing some more shady things. Or at least the show is associated with people who do some more shady things, like abandon a child and live in a van. But
for what I graduated
but it's
with
a
in
safety
December,
thing.
which is software engineering.
Yeah.
I kind of
Which I love. It's a great degree.
Right.
Yeah, software engineering
I
is
didn't
great.
anticipate the job market that I'd be coming into.
It's
and
a hard one for that.
Right
It's actually
now,
probably making less than most software
we've seen it
engineers.
be bad and we've seen it be
If I remember
great. So
correctly.
I know that the work will still be there. I just need to get myself into one of those roles. And so I think the latter half of my schooling, I kind
there's
of
more supply nowadays.
purchased with that kind of
But I
income in
wanna say
mind
that
down the road.
Software engineers are
So
generally higher
so
than 60.
kicking that can
Preemptively
down the
purchased
road
everything?
a little
60K.
bit.
What did you preemptively purchase?
Well, not necessarily
income yet. And you're just
individual
preemptive?
purchases, more so just the use of the credit cards. Like I wasn't a credit card person until
You think you're a credit card person?
well,
Wait, well,
I think
you
I
said
know
you're not.
what the
you
proper
can't.
ways to use credit cards are.
But you don't do them, so
Okay,
you're not a credit
so-
card person. In order to be a credit card person, you would be using credit cards correctly.
Right.
Even if you know how to.
Bad execution.
If you know the law and you still break it, it doesn't mean it's okay because you knew what the law was.
Valid. But
So it would probably make it
I mean,
worse,
I
actually.
understand,
I
like-
would say that it makes it worse.
yeah, I guess I understand how to use credit cards, but in practice,
Then why don't you?
Yeah, if you actually know. It makes
Yeah,
it worse
it's
if
the-
you know and don't do it.
Well, I think I can convince myself that I can pay something off if I budget, and then that's where I fall
Guys, I'm
short.
just still confused. I want to jump into the stack because it's a stack, but I'm just legitimately It was, so what's going on? And then it's like, it's like, so what? It's just like the other person's is that just what I'm hearing?
I feel
the
like
other person's.
I feel like we're the same kind of, and that's why.
Then why are we deflecting?
Oh yeah, that's not cool, right? I mean,
happy 6 days.
We got this.
We're on a roll.
Doing great.
Oh boy,
you guys are doing great at being in debt together and not getting out of it. Okay, so I want to know self-assessment where we think our now household financial score is. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then on go. You guys are gonna give me that score at the same time to see where you self-assess it. So overall household financial score. 3, 2, 1.
6.5.
Everybody wishes they could have a perfect credit score, but in reality, a rocky.
Did she just say freaking 6? Okay, maybe she hasn't seen this show. That's the only thing that I could possibly justify. Because, again, like 5 is like American dream middle class. You already have a house. And your debt's not too bad. Yeah, the dude said 0.5. She said 6. So either only he watches the show or she's kind of delusional just based on everything that we're hearing.
GETKIKOFF.com/Caleb. Special offer applies to new Kickoff customers for the first month only. Subject to approval and only available at getkickoff.com/Caleb. Terms of offer are subject to change.
Okay, I keep on thinking the ad's going to end and it keeps on going.
Building your future. Head to getkickoff.com/Caleb. Terms of offer are subject to change. Don't let
Okay, there we go. That was a long ending of an ad.
Building your future. Head to getkickoff.com/Caleb and get started now. Thanks to Kickoff for sponsoring this video. 0.5 and 6. Why do you think you're so good?
I think that, are you asking personally or for the both of us?
Yeah, why you think your household financial score is a 6 out of 10, above a solid middle?
Because 1, we can still put food on the table. We can
still
literally like a basic necessity. Okay.
Yeah, so we can still pay our
That'd
bills.
That'd be like a 0 or 1.
Defaulted or anything like that. So
the literal minimum makes you above like good job, solid middle.
I think it does. I think it shows that we at least can sit down and do the halfway point of what we need to do, which is maintain our bills, pay our credit cards, go through and make sure there's food on the table.
And why is she wrong?
If you do all of that, it could be 1.
If you just look at
or 0.
Mean, the debt that we have is so egregiously bad comparative to like any other debt you could carry. That's why. I mean, it's just our high interest debt that I'm just like we're literally kind of on that end. Yeah. I've never been in that much credit card debt, so that's why I'm just like. And I always know that my parents and the way I grew up, they were always really big into credit card debt, and that's why their finances were always fucked.
Financially ready for the commitment you guys just took on for a lifetime? If you guys are so beyond disconnected on your assessment of where you guys are,
I think it was a little ready, shoot, aim of us for sure.
I mean, I'm not backing out of anything, but
that's good. That's good.
Well, you can't back out. You're already married.
We were able to figure that out today.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've definitely got things that we need to work on, and the way I'm able to process things, the way that he's able to process things is a little hard for us to sit down and be like, this is how we need to budget. And
if you guys aren't ever going to be able to agree on a budget, how the are we going to be able to get to agreed upon goals?
We did agree on a budget. We did have a small budget that we did do.
Then what the is going on? Because this is not what people with budgets have.
Yes. So we had decided late to early this year, like late last year, early this year, that we were going to sell some of our bigger assets. So
what do you guys have?
Well, so I had a car and I sold it. Made $14K. He had gotten into a motorcycle accident, so we got really paid out.
Asset.
No, it's not an asset.
Titanium asset, I suppose now.
But he got into a motorcycle accident. We got paid out for that. He had some bonuses that came through, and then we ended up pulling from his 401k as well. Decided that.
Wait, what?
But that doesn't...
No, not a 401k loan. Oh God. because you have to pay that back, and it's bad enough taking away from your 401k, and then that's because that money could be growing instead of this. No.
I understand getting rid of like a physical thing like a car, but a 401k, I mean, you're going to take an immediate 10% hit at a minimum for early withdrawal.
Yeah.
Was it 401k? Was it the
Yeah, it was my
shares
401k.
thing?
No, it was my 401k.
So you lost
Okay.
10% on it. So imagine that as a 10% interest debt, essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
And then whatever gains were taxed at capital gains,
Oh,
and potentially
yeah.
short-term capital gains, depending.
Right. It
Mhm.
probably actually because it did fairly well. Like
So did
since
that
I've been.
even
Oh,
Paying
come
into it.
on.
mathematically end? Did that?
Well, it gets worse because
It did.
How?
It did.
What?
Work. It did work.
No, what got worse?
no, I mean it got worse in the sense that we used it to pay off a lot of debts, and now
You
we've
built it
ran
back
them
up, didn't you?
It's because you guys didn't
Oh,
change
of
your
course you
behavior. This is
did.
what happens when people shortcut to the debt.
Ah.
And I'm good with selling your to get out of debt. I'm good with that. I'm good with consolidation to get out of debt. I'm good with transferring to 0% interest to get out of debt. I'm good with those tools. Those tools are good.
I don't
But
have
not
the
before
space
changing
for the
behavior. If we
for
don't
them
change our
building
behavior, we
the
get
debt
into it
back up.
again. And now you have nothing to sell
Oh,
for,
well.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
We've
But
basically sold off every asset
I'm
that
gonna
we
say that
can,
counts as a squeak.
and that's
Ish.
where we are now.
Maybe.
is
I
that
wish you
we-
could sell back some tattoos.
You know, if I could cut it off, I might.
Me. All right. If you want
Gonna-
your Hammer financial score, it's free. Link in the
I'm
description
gonna say it's
below.
squeak.
Also, if you have interesting finances, if you have anything you want to have challenged,
Yeah.
and if you're an interesting
There's a
person
lot
and you
of
want to be
we've
on
got
the
so
show,
many bingo
go to
tiles,
calebhammer.com/apply.
but we're adding
I
more.
always appreciate having people.
Any
with you
suggestions,
guys.
always
Thanks for
welcome.
being here, especially after just getting married. That's really cool.
Of course.
Thank you.
I have a PayPal thing, a PayPal credit, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be.
This is
Joel.
under Mr. Joel.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, PayPal Joel. This we're sitting at $167.05. Now that should easily be able to be paid off.
Yeah,
with your
that
guys' income situation.
should be very simple.
Yeah,
It
Let's
was.
make over 100 together.
definitely was.
And it's a $41 minimum monthly payment.
Okay.
But I mean, this should be able to be paid off every month. This from a self-confessed credit card person. But there's interest being charged of $4.27. Now, and you didn't.
Okay.
Okay, so it's at $199. You put an $88 payment towards it, starting to make
And
progress, but you didn't fully pay
they
it off.
already-
But it doesn't even matter because you
They
purchased
spent more
$50.85
on a credit card with
Yeah.
a balance.
and it's accruing interest.
Yeah.
It's already such a small balance that you should be able to pay off, especially from a credit card person. Why are you putting more money on it?
I feel so bad. I keep on rooting for them to kind of fail because I want a bingo. But that's the point of having the bingo card is to make the sport
Yeah.
a day.
Do you even know he is?
Because
Yes, I do.
the episodes can kind of blend together a little bit. So that's why we have like the secondary goal of bingo.
And we're okay with this? Do we have conversations about this?
We do have.
And how do those
conversations.
go?
Normally, what the heck are you buying, and why are you still putting it on these credit cards that we sold
Uh,
things? to pay
Reasonable
off?
question. I
Yeah.
would love the answer to
It,
it.
it
Well,
was
she was
a
also getting
convenience
Funko Pops
thing
from those
with,
cards.
Best Buy being
They're
able to
both
buy
bad.
through PayPal and put it off either
What?
in the paying for.
He's
What?
really
What?
bad
Do you care?
with the
Do you-
like sales? Like if it's like, oh, buy two get this
Okay.
plus a
Also,
one
you
warranty.
incorrect.
So
It
we'll
was
fall
4
for that.
Ubers.
Oh, sorry.
So, like,
I was thinking of my other PayPal thing.
oh,
Yeah.
What?
wonderful.
To be fair,
Unfortunately,
to be fair,
Oh,
the the
The Uber?
Uber stuff was really odd because
We took trips, and for whatever reason,
Okay.
like all the payments either didn't go through or were on the wrong card. So all of a sudden, I logged into my Uber app and I had like all of those unpaid trips. I have no idea why. And so I thought I had my.
why'd you put it? Why is this your card? Though?
It was the card that was
you're not
already.
paying off. That's accruing
Would
interest.
you want to like call Uber first just to like double check what's going on before you give them money?
attached to it, and I just was like, okay,
That's
we
lazy.
need an Uber right now.
It's
so,
lazy. I mean,
yeah.
you guys are newly married. You're not even 30 yet. Me, that makes me feel great.
It's okay,
future
Caleb.
wife,
happy
come
life.
quicker. No,
Yeah.
I'm not that desperate.
No. I mean, then
I
you'll have to
would've
figure
never
out this
guessed.
whole thing where.
Well, I guess Caleb making like also not having a relationship jokes or coming or making a comeback because I think for a little bit he did have a relationship. But honestly, I think he's kind of the average nowadays for it's people generally get married older nowadays.
or we don't communicate, or would that be like right out of the gate? It's like, is that how first dates got to go? It's like finances on the table.
Yeah.
Is that what you would have suggested for us?
I either put the finances on the table or her on the table. Yeah.
I mean, hey, with those lines, I'm surprised he's not married.
Oh God.
Okay. What are we doing? Okay. Great. All right. Well, that's sure.
You know.
No, I don't remember. I'll move on to the next card.
Yeah.
That one's
interest you're spending.
That one's pretty silly, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, just in general, you guys just got married. We're not in our 30s yet. We have a long time to go. Have you guys discussed where you want to be? What
absolutely.
you want to get to?
100%.
Okay, and where is that goal, and when, and what?
The goal ideally would be to live or own a home in Phoenix. So that's one.
Goal.
And then we have family in Montana and maybe Colorado here soon. So we'd like to own somewhere to go when it gets a little hot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, a summer home. Okay.
My parents have land up in Montana, so I'd be able to build something on their land, sort of thing. So it'd be.
I don't know.
That's nice.
Come on, asset ownership gets a little weird there.
Yeah.
And I would rather you at least own the land that
definitely.
You build.
That would be the end goal for sure, but it's
could you buy like part
to
of it
on the deed.
Yeah,
like
have something on there, and
thing?
I have siblings too, so honestly I don't even know how that's gonna work.
Ooh, if that starts getting complicated, I wouldn't do that.
Break it down into like.
Picture.
Can I sell you just a little piece that your house is gonna be on?
No, we really want to. That's like the lifestyle we want is being able to. They call it snowbirding in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And we want to have remote jobs so that we can live in both those places and potentially.
Are we ever going to get a down payment on a home if we're not sacrificing it anyway?
I don't think it's as easy to get remote as it used to be.
That might be tough.
If we're blaming each other for why we're in the debt. If we're still spending on cards that we can't fully pay off, that is already at a small balance that you should have been able to pay off anyway. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Not having an emergency fund caused a problem because they freaking dipped into their 401k. I'm going to say because they didn't have an emergency, they dipped into their 401k and then it caused a bunch of problems. So I'm gonna say not having an emergency fund caused an emergency.
Responsible and
no
problem.
But your goal must not matter that much then. It's the short-term gratification must matter more.
Well, I mean, no, we definitely care about our goals. Like
I don't have to put effort into it.
I mean, we work toward them. We definitely like make
our
plans and
minimum monthly payments.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So you'll get a home
wow.
95.
Yeah.
I mean,
freaking minimum monthly payments are specifically set up to make you to make you spend more than if you just paid it off. Like the minimum monthly payments are meant to draw it out and get you charged a bunch of interest. It's not supposed to help you.
You already told us not to blame the market, so that excuse is out.
Well, home's hard. I mean, okay, well, a part of the thing that we can blame when it comes to the market is right now, I wouldn't say that anyone and everyone should get a home because maybe renting makes more sense right now. We're not talking about you guys getting a home right now.
And I think the rates are still pretty high too, right?
It makes more sense for a lot of places at this exact moment. If rates go down to a point where it makes sense with a home value plus the interest rate on the home, the payment makes sense at that point where it's more affordable to buy a home, then yes, let's do that. But because of course, home rates tend to only go up. And property taxes tend to only go up. You're right. It becomes harder and harder to afford a home, and it takes longer and longer to afford a home. I could sit down with you guys in your income situation and be able to get you guys in a home within, a certain time horizon.
I kind of hate the current housing market.
I could.
Really?
Well, yeah.
I mean, the time being the factor we don't know, right?
No, I'm just saying that where it's like there are certain things in the market that make it harder. But you guys have the ability to do it.
We're making it hard on ourselves.
Payments.
Kind of
it's not making it hard. You're making it impossible for yourself.
Right.
Minimum monthly payments across all these debts are. I need to go into these debts.
It's probably going to eat away at basically their entire income.
Let's talk about this Desert Financial Credit Union.
Or like half of it.
So one's a lower interest rate debt.
A lot.
What even is it? What did we take out? Why is it at $19,335? What's this even for?
So this is our car.
We have a car. Okay.
We have
one of the car loans because I saw it.
I'm gonna say it. They look like Jeep people. I'm just gonna say it.
Another one, didn't I?
Yeah, that one's for a motorcycle.
Oh, great.
Oh, dang it. My bingo card's covering up the... Okay, my bingo card's covering up the thing. It's 19,561.
Jeep.
I'll be getting a job here soon that requires me to ride motorcycles, so...
Okay, we'll talk about that when we get to that. Then $19,335 is on this. It's only a 5.4% interest rate. Usually for cars, for the minimum payment until it's paid off, I usually like to be at like 3.5 or less.
Oh wow, I thought that was good.
They don't have a bad
and honestly for cars, depending, especially compared to a lot of people on showing where rates are, it's not bad. It doesn't mean that I just want to let it sit there though, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Now in the debt payoff strategy, it'll probably be last.
Yeah,
also just a
compared to like 30% credit cards.
Like you're only able to make. You couldn't even pay off your PayPal card at $167, and we have a $20,000 card debt. Like, is that
that's
sense?
a good point.
Yeah.
And plus, what do you think it's worth?
That one was another one of my.
What do you think it's worth?
I'd say
10?
12.
12.
She wins this one. It's worth 10. It's worth half of the balance you owe on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's typical.
How much you spend on it?
30
I feel like it's typical.
So
32.
When we bought it.
When?
back during COVID time, so 2021.
Yeah. It was like 21.
So like one of the worst times
it was a
to buy
weird
a car.
time, and I was trying to finesse like having a vehicle with like the certain trim that was going to hold value, but I didn't take into account the mileage got to it, and now
not just
it's
the mileage, but
tanked.
you bought when the car market was like at like a peaky peak.
Yeah.
The used car market especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
You're competing against that. I mean, we haven't gone back to pre-COVID levels, and we're probably not going to. But either way, like you got it when, like, it was pretty clear that there was a lot of supply chain issues.
Yeah,
like I think anyone with a brain would have known that a used car would have gone down in value at some point from there, because the world would pretty much, the entire world economy would pretty much be over if the supply chains never caught up. So there'd be no point at that point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
that's
we already
fair.
had 2 cars.
What?
So we're sitting.
What? Why do you have a Jeep then? What's the point? What was the point of this car? What? If the other ones don't work, sell them.
Yeah, with a $20,000 loan that we didn't even need. So this was just a bet on it maintaining value. Why do we even want the? Well, so we didn't even need a car. Why did we get this car in general?
We wanted a vehicle, right, that could go up camping and could go do a lot of the things that we like to do. And
rent one for a weekend.
Yeah.
Let's take a second to talk about something super important. Did you know that almost half of Americans wouldn't be able to cover a $1,000 emergency expense? That's why I'm excited to announce the Caleb Hammer $1,000 Savings Challenge. Over 5 days, starting August
I'm actually
26th,
curious.
I'll be sending daily instructionals and exclusive videos to guide you through the practical steps to save your first $1,000, all for absolutely free.
Is this gonna be like another you have to sign up thing?
Who have some extra cash to put away right now. I want to teach you the habits and skills it takes for a lifetime of smart saving. So grab your free spot and join me along with thousands of others in developing skills that will pay dividends throughout your lifetime. I better see you there. So check out the link in the description and join for free today.
We go up more.
Okay, so I know that Caleb's kind of has like a mission statement of like trying to help people with finances, but I feel like based on everything, it seems like he's also a very savvy businessman. So I'm assuming that this is, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. So it's probably more trying to get people nice and more financially stable, so maybe they can participate in more of his programs, maybe
weekends and that.
Okay, maybe you can't, because guess what? There's a pile of debt here. So
I don't know.
You want to buy a house,
that might
so
be
maybe
reach.
You like, we sacrifice things for our wants, sacrifice things for our needs. If you want to get a house, we might not be able to have a $20,000 loan in order to get to camping.
But you got to be able to, enjoy your life. Like,
I agree. And if that's what you want to do, and this is what you value more, go for it. If this is what you value more, go for it. If you want to be in debt for the rest of your life because the lifestyle that it is bringing you is more enjoyable than ever being able to afford a home, ever being able to retire, ever being able to sleep without the knowledge of the debt over our head, if that is the life you actually enjoy, go for it. I'm not against anyone living the life they enjoy. It's not the life I enjoy, so it's not what I preach.
Yeah, no, that sounds stressful as all heck.
Do it. I think it will cause more stress and pain in the future, just based on the overall American economic system and how retirement works. And I don't think we can rely on Social Security necessarily. I think it'd be a mistake.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But if you want to, you can.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's like one of our really big bonding things is being able to go outdoors and like commune with nature and hang out with each other.
Okay, hippies. Couldn't you like sell the other cars or something? Or wait, maybe they both need a car. Can you at least sell like one car? Or just like Caleb was saying, just rent a Jeep every once in a while for like when you're going on a trip. That would probably be cheaper than this.
Yeah.
Gross.
Okay. I don't know. Go on a walk in a path. Does outside exist in Phoenix?
Well, not when it's 115.
It's very
It's
pretty.
not as bad as here. Honestly, your weather sucks.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Right, it's better.
Texas weather generally sucks, but it kind of depends on where you are, because Texas has almost like every biome. So I will say Central Texas, where Austin is, humid. It sucks. It's not like Houston bad, but if you go to like El Paso, then it's more like dry heat, which is probably more what they're talking about, because they live in the more deserty area, which is very pretty, by the way.
And
Really
take
bad.
a spray bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so we like to go up north, and like that's
And I like you too. Choose.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And I'm not saying don't ever, but maybe not as frequently. Choose what's more important. Getting out of debt? House? Going up north?
Yeah. So you're saying don't go trade in the Jeep for a new Tacoma.
Is that an actual consideration?
Oh God!
That was an actual consideration.
Why?
Okay, so
why?
so the Jeep ended up we ended up not being able to drive it. First of all, we had to go to one car,
come on.
the Jeep, because my other projects aren't working right now. And
Because apparently you have no idea what you're doing, so maybe quit this side hustle.
We're just gonna say car has problems. Typical.
it's definitely more of a passion than it is. I'm not efficient enough to make money at it.
Loving cars.
Okay,
So I can fix them, but
we
just
don't get
takes
to do
too long.
hobbies right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
That includes the Funko Pops.
but anyway,
we can. It's just hobbies that literally prevent us from like staying alive.
Yeah. So we were down to one car, and the Jeep ended up being down for 2 months, and that's with me getting professional help with diagnostics, everything, trying to get it back on the road as soon as possible. And when we finally got it back on the road, I was able to start going back to work, and I was like, we need something more reliable. And so Ellie's mother's worked at dealerships and Toyota dealerships in the past, and she's like, they're super reliable, they have great warranty. Let's go in there, but you'll be happy to know that when I saw the interest rate, I said no.
Yeah, but yeah,
so it's not a
Toyotas
consideration?
are great, but
okay.
I mean,
if there were,
well,
so
we are
the
wanting
Jeep
to
is
sell
kind
the
of a
Jeep
price
so
too.
that way we can get out of it.
I mean, generally Toyotas fall on what I call the Toyota curve, because there's you don't want a lemon. I got this from my dad. He likes using this analogy like every time that we're gonna get something that we need to use for like a long time. Yeah, no, I also have a Toyota. I don't have a Toyota Tundra, but I have a Corolla. But so you don't want the lemon. You don't want like BMW, Porsche. You want a nice average size or average priced, gonna last you a long time, and that's where the Toyota comes in. But it seems like lately there's been some people having trouble with buying them, but it might be like the dealerships that they're going to, or at least the interest rates that they qualify for.
At least into something
it's
that's
back in the
reliable.
garage and not running right now, and I
Well, hold on.
need a vehicle to get to work.
Sometimes like the method to get out of a debt like this is to borrow the difference and then get a $10,000 car. But if you borrow the difference and get a $10,000 car, you have a $20,000 loan again.
Yeah, I'm already
So
what,
it's
7 under.
Mathematically, no,
or
you're
sorry, 10 under.
Mathematically, it's just like
The stock issues with newer Toyotas where you live. Okay, but plenty used. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that because there was another guy who had like way overpaid for a Toyota, so I wonder if it was just stock issues.
Toyota's willing to give us 12 is the reason I got 7, but
as of when?
As of, well, before it was not working right now, but
Huh?
This was last month we went?
Last month.
This is
Yesterday, she decided to tell us she had issues.
This is her mom, like,
Wait,
pulling in
what?
some favors and things like that, and
now she can't.
presumably because they don't know that it's not working right now. Yeah, probably.
Worthless.
The
Our Jeep is worthless at the moment because she's having misfiring problems.
No.
And
Yeah.
Oh
So the
God.
thing we're already $10,000 under on
Yes.
is like.
That's what I was in the
that's why
garage
we
working
were
on all night
maybe
last
moving
night.
to
Oh
a
my
different car.
Me.
Oh,
So
come
it's
on.
So it's
worth
not reliable.
the scraps.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably just a fueling issue, to be honest.
Then
and
fix it. You're the car
What?
guy.
I'm the car guy. I am. I ruled out spark and air, so it's got to be fuel.
Yeah.
Only 3 things that it needs to run.
Oh boy.
So, and you were leaning on your mom working at this?
Just to get us a good deal.
Who's mom?
Ellie's mom.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say I
guys
thought
lean
it was
on her
her
for anything
mom.
else?
So we lean on my mom for not much.
Okay.
Because I tend to be more on the creative side, I get leaned on when it comes to her business. So
Huh?
What?
I'm explain.
You're explaining.
Huh?
So I wanted to get into my own business by
Of course.
doing something creative. Started off with doing resin,
Okay.
and then
It's like the stuff you pour into molds and
Yeah.
make stuff out
Yeah.
of.
So like
Alright,
another
you gotta make
Etsy
molds.
project.
so
Okay.
yeah, did that for a while. Then wanted to branch off to doing strictly products for
What?
different dispensaries.
Oh,
Definitely
of
not
course.
oversaturated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So realizing that, I'm like, I'm not new into this, so now I want to make my own clothing. So because my
Okay,
mom
this
is
chick-
a travel agent, she has her
This chick is it's fine to have hobbies. I don't know if she could do a business just because it seems like she gets bored with what she does. So I don't know if she could like stay in a business long term and like keep up with the expenses and the inventory and all that type of stuff. Because I think running a business can somewhat be more boring than what you expect it to be, I guess. If you're looking for excitement, like I think this chick is.
own little giveaways that she does. So she invested in the Cricut machines. So that way I
Okay,
can
yeah.
make her t-shirts for people that she needs to give and
Like
stuff like
final
that.
cutters and presses and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
For travel,
So
for family
I
vacation,
do
maybe.
her advertising, basically. So she provided all the stuff that I need to do that, and then I do it for her.
What are you making from this?
Okay.
Nothing from your mom.
Yeah, nothing. My mom bought everything, so that's the
So
deal
you're
that we
doing
had.
it for free.
Oh.
Yes. Mainly the
So
reason
what
why,
the f- is this point? What's the huh?
because I want to start my own clothing line that
Wow, another easy market to break into. Okay.
Yeah.
focuses mainly on mental health. That's what I want.
Mental health mentioned. That's been a while since we've seen that one. Now we just need It's Not That Bad and we get bingo.
As someone who's a very big mental health proponent, I'll ask what the f-
So
Yeah.
mainly
What?
like
What is that? What is that brand?
That's the
So-
thing though, because I feel like that's why I don't really like people like the way that people talk about mental health nowadays, because it just seems like it's like a buzzword to like give you like increase your social credit score ish. And it's just like almost like trendy, and I don't know. I really don't like the way that it's talked about. I'm sure that you guys know have like run into someone who's like made their mental health like their personality. That's why I don't like the talks of mental health now.
So, I mean, you go around, you see everybody.
Here, you have an extra chromosome. Here's a shirt. I'm like, what is the
just
brand?
to put
Not-
out messages that can reach not only you but also reach other people.
Do you have examples of this?
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I
This
see?
is
I don't have
Show-
physical examples.
I've seen
you have
so
it on your
many
phone?
though.
written down.
I've seen
it's
this all over the place.
Outlined on my iPad.
Okay, so what would you put on this dirty money?
This is
I'm
this
an
is
assets
very-
man shirt.
this is very
for
common.
that, I might put something that says, "You are enough," and then right here on the sleeve it says,
Really?
"I am enough." So that
Really?
when you look down, you can always remember
This
that
is
I am
basic as
enough,
shit.
But for you sitting across from me, I can remember that I am enough, kind of thing. So some messages on the back for when you're walking down the street, people can read them, feel better about their day, kind of thing.
I like.
Oh God.
They end up looking really cool, like really dope when she does them, and it's like
maybe if
they're
your
like
designs
done
look
in
decent,
that, you know,
but
designs like Supreme and like these other brands that are just
really
are just a logo.
Come on.
In terms
I'm not
of
impressed.
Potential consumer interests in competitors to this kind of space.
I feel like this is common
for this. And this isn't always the case, but if there's demand of this, there is likely something.
I mean, when we go to the markets, like in Arizona, like the open air markets, the car shows and other events like that, people who are selling those types of clothes, we knew some folks that were doing that, and well, they had to close up shop.
Yeah, because it's a common thing.
I feel like they were
because a lot of people
fairly
were
oversaturated,
a little too thin, and deciding, hey, let's sell clothes. Well, now let's also do candy, and let's also.
Aren't you a hypocrite? Don't you keep on changing your shit too, or keep on wanting to do other projects? Oh my gosh,
100,000 hours of bad debt.
Yeah.
So what the are you talking about? They're running thin.
Oh, I meant like the other companies deciding to add on too much to their plate.
Yeah, but you guys already have such a hanging, steaming pile of risk over your head.
Just throwing stones in glass houses.
And this sounds more like a farmer's market pop-up, not a business.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally with the online stuff, right?
Yeah.
I have to start off in the pop-up area.
Yeah.
I'm only going with my gut. I can't say if it would be successful or not. It sounds like it's. I just do it.
I don't have faith in it.
So
good luck.
The thing is, like with the pop-up shops during the summertime for Arizona is not big. It's too hot outside.
Oh, sure.
So majority of the market is going to be in the fall, spring, and winter area.
I love a 6-month window for all of our products to be sold.
Yeah, that's where the online.
It was more like
9, through a little bit of that.
A lot of it is so far.
No, I got it. And your mom invested in this essentially, so you could make her clothing for her stuff.
Yes. So that way
because she was already paying like the Vistaprints, the other people to print stuff onto T-shirts and mugs and things like that. So she got her the supplies to be able to do it.
What was your degree?
Fair enough.
Okay. I mean,
that industry sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
I got my degree from a school that closed down for fraud. So.
Well, did you get your student loans forgiven?
I did.
She did.
Like last month. So. Okay. I got no student loans.
That's good.
Was that in the
good.
File?
It was.
Should show that they're student loans, but they're all paid off right now.
Okay. Did you tell our producer?
Good.
I think I mentioned it that these are a thing, but they should be gone soon. So I imagined it was disregarded, maybe.
You did not tell us that, so that is not on our financial plan.
Okay.
Just kidding.
But
it was like 17.
And they asked you an hour ago.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Which is okay. I mean, I'm glad it happened to you guys. It's hard for us to have a full concrete picture of your situation if people do not tell us the truth. But that's
I
don't know. Put a note next to there. My bad.
So we have this Southwest card. Gosh,
Yep.
That shirt business. This
is my dragon, my beast.
But you're focusing on mental health too, so it's more positive affirmation,
right?
Mainly.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I mainly had this idea.
It's like be a little happier type mental health, not like mental health disorders. Okay.
Well, and the like letting everyone, you had the one that talked about the hotline to call if you're
has a hotline on it if anybody ever needs it. You
Something you want to wear?
Well, it has it like on the back. Like on the back, it has the 988 number. And
isn't there like a song about that?
Aware that they have somebody that they can.
I think she finds it empowering, and I think
that's wonderful. I
there
get
are definitely other people that feel that way.
Well, that's wonderful. Boy. I love that you feel good about it, and I like that it actually could be cool. I actually like the heart behind it.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm
fair,
literally thinking about it from a business economics perspective.
Right. I mean, I have had sales for sure. I have had people come through and buy my hoodies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
how much?
For me, with all my financial debt and everything like that, it does.
Oh, yeah.
It does kind of put a damper on it because it's like, well, I can go ahead and start making money in this, but I don't have money to sink into this to make it a actual profitable business.
Well, not to tangent too much off on that subject, but she's like her best when she is working creatively, and that's the tough part about her current job. There is no.
Oh no, that's great, and I love that for you. Again, I'm not against this as a concept in general. I'm literally.
It's not bad to be in a creative job. Like different people are built for different things, so totally have a creative job if you're a creative person. It's just also need to pay the bills, I guess.
Strictly thinking, flat down, no emotions involved business.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where I struggle with this as a concept.
Yeah.
But
that's fair.
I would love to be proved wrong.
Maybe.
Because that would mean you're successful, and I would love you to be successful. So
yeah.
I'm okay with being proved wrong. But you're also considering doing that at the same time of having the Southwest Rapid Rewards card. This is your card.
This is my card.
Yeah, it's your card, and you literally owe $14,491 on it, which is absolutely insane.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
How?
With $315 of interest accruing on a monthly basis in 33
How?
cents and a $460 minimum monthly payment. Now we're at a $41 minimum monthly payment, $589 minimum monthly payment, and $460 minimum monthly payment. They are stacking. They are stacking. They are stacking. How do you have this? And why is it basically at its max?
So,
especially if we've been on the same page and we really want to get out of debt because we really want a home because we really want to start a business. Yeah, it's only a couple $100 from the max.
Yeah, so
That's
with
insane.
this card, originally got it because I was going on vacation out of the country. Needed something to protect my.
You thought that she said 41, not 14. I mean, they're both bad. 14 is definitely better than 41, but 14 is still bad.
Debit card, so we got the credit card.
Okay.
I hated the credit card. Didn't want it, but got it anyway. Was advised I needed it, so pushed into a corner kind of thing. After that, it was only spending it on gas, only doing it this, and then
what happened?
Things started coming through where it was like, I can just wait till I get paid, and then you start trusting yourself a little too far, and then you end up with that number when you realize that you can't control it because you aren't doing.
I feel like
you're not putting the thing.
I feel like when you hit like 1,000, you're like, okay, I can't control this. I should probably stop. Or even at like the 5,000, perhaps the 10,000. But you got to the 14,000 before figuring out that you can't handle this.
Things on there that are supposed to be there to help build that.
Over the course of how many years?
Well, that's also the card that we did the balance transfer.
Why is it at the max? Why is it at the max?
Oh, balance transfer too.
We
Okay, interesting.
Onto here?
No,
off of there.
From it.
Onto a Discover card.
We did a balance transfer.
I'm confused. Is this at the balance?
Oh, sorry. What? It was a higher balance. Or sorry, you had a higher limit. You had a higher limit when we did the balance transfer.
I'm trying to get
we had a higher limit on the balance.
We did a balance transfer, split the 14 down the middle. 7 and 7 was on the cards.
No, because it was higher. It was like 20 something at the time.
No. Oh, listen, God.
No. You're not a credit card person.
No.
I'd use a charge card like the Fizz card. You guys can't use any other cards. You don't know how to.
Yeah.
You really don't. If this $14,491 right there, if I open my Moomoo app, my brokerage, and I bought S&P 500, just got like the SPYs, in that 14,000 that is sitting there at 30% interest, if it instead followed over the next 31 years until you could pull out penalty free of a retirement account at 59.5, it'd be sitting at about $317,000. $317,000. But again, instead, it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. And we're talking about taking time away from where we could be earning real income and investing in a business that might not make money. And we're talking about getting a special vehicle so we could go up north. We're talking about potentially getting a second home, all this kind of stuff, all these different things, all these choices.
I feel like they're not being very realistic.
Just putting the minimum monthly payment towards this. A card that is sitting towards its max at 30% interest. Well, we drain a 401k.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Our choices are out of control. Again, if that is the life you want to live it.
No, definitely.
Live it.
Definitely.
I'll silently judge.
Oh boy.
Live it. Okay? Or we could be adults. Financially speaking, life speaking,
there we go.
Partnership speaking, we can actually sit down and start working towards this instead of going up north every 3 seconds of our life to connect with trees.
Free space Caleb hits the table. I'm not sure if that's a free space, but it should definitely be on the bingo card.
Downplaying, I'm sure it's great. Choose getting over people or this balance. Which one? Which one?
I mean,
choose
the balance. I want to get rid of this balance.
Cool.
This is
then
crazy.
stop bringing up how nice it is. I don't give a shit. I know how nice it is to pay off debt. I did it. It's great. And guess what? Now I can afford to go hug a tree whenever I want to.
When you do, you commune with nature often. Does it feel nice?
I like going on like nature trails.
Nature trails. That's cool.
Taking my dogs and letting them go for swims.
Yeah.
Sure.
Isn't that awesome though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be getting a $30,000 car that went to the value of $10,000 to do it like a dumb.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Apple Card. Who's Apple Card? This is your Apple Card.
That's my Apple Card.
That would be Joel.
Okay.
What did you do here, buds?
How
many trees did this cost?
You know what? I'm gonna say that Caleb did squeak. I'm gonna say that was a squeak.
Card. That was one that we paid off when we did a lot of like debt consolidation and things like that, and it got brought back up because I committed to a trip to Thailand. We committed to a trip to Thailand a year out.
Why?
And it was this last March.
Yeah.
And so I put the flights on that.
What? Why?
I put the flights on that.
Why are we going on trips, guys?
What?
I want you guys to go on so many trips. You have no idea. It just makes no sense now.
There's been so many trips lately. That needs to go on the bingo card too.
How? Why? Why is Thailand more important? I don't understand.
I think
it was an opportunity.
Opportunity.
Well, what happened?
What
was the opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of looked at it as we could do this as our honeymoon, and after our actual wedding, we could do something like meet with Caleb Hammer instead of going on a trip like most
So
people
you'd want to get yourself financially first?
You do realize that you don't need to go on a honeymoon if you get married, right? Like, you could just not do that and plan to do it in the future whenever you're out of debt.
Well, I didn't think of it like that. At the time, I thought, we'd have quite a few months to pay it off.
And how's that going?
Really?
Not very well.
It's that minimum monthly payment is pretty much all.
Yes, we're stacking it with another $291 minimum monthly payment with a balance of $4,792.30.
Yeah. Yeah, that one definitely not proud of because we, again, had it paid off at the end of last year.
We had paid off a lot of cards that we had agreed not to use, and at some point, some of them started to get used.
That one, I was a little guilty about canceling on my friend, too, for the trip because other friends had already canceled, and I was...
Then he's used to it.
Ouch, that's tough. I don't want my friends to feel like I'm
either. Do you understand just the impact this is having on your lives, guys?
Yeah.
Plus, we're still spending on it.
Friendships are important.
What is this? What is $685 a Hertz?
Friendship is important to spend like $5,000? Plus, if you're like paying for like an organ transplant, what?
Oh, that was when the Jeep was giving me trouble. I ended up going through Uber's rental program, and so He
was doing Uber for
Google
a while.
Domains?
Yeah, that's my domain. I was doing...
You have a domain.
I do. I was doing IT consulting for like 3 years before this.
Okay, are you still doing it?
Just because I went down to one client, and then that client...
Do we need to still be paying for this?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. I host a couple of like projects off of it too, but
what's EVgo services?
Huh?
That's charging. I was renting
car.
EVs.
Oh my, you're renting.
What?
I was testing the viability of EVs
Oh,
over gas
come
cars.
on.
I found out the infrastructure is really not that great right now unless you're charging really fast at your house with solar panels. That's where the savings can come in.
It works really well if you use it as a daily commuter.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing that and Ubering with it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the Ubering.
Yeah, that was probably too much.
As a daily commuter, it saved me money, but
not when you have to charge all the time because you run out of battery midway through the day.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just
that was an attempt
really
at
keeps
like
going,
a second.
Who
job.
has the Freedom Card?
Can you not Google that?
No,
that's too hard.
No,
That would be just you.
that's
Pretty
just
sure.
me.
All right, what'd you do? Because we're at $3,841.23. Are you done around with EVs?
Yeah, no. I
Thank you.
I ran the numbers and it was not great.
Did it for like a month. He had that.
I need to figure out where I'm gonna put the bingo card, because I want to put like the chat here whenever I upload the VOD above my head. I'm gonna put the chat, but I don't. Okay, so but now my bingo card's covering the debt counter. And they moved the debt counter. Once I finally moved out of the way, they moved it to a different place where it gets covered up. They're sabotaging me. But okay, the debt's currently at $42,685.
Excel spreadsheet to make sure that the numbers.
All right, what's going on?
So this one, I think I've just had a balance on it for a long time, and we started to pay.
Okay.
We started to pay it off when we consolidated all the other debts, but then and that was like the next card to get taken care of. That might be better in our snowball.
To drag it on
but
and off.
We started to add more balances to the other cards, so it kind of negated that almost entirely.
I could maybe just make it smaller. I don't know.
And we also
Not
spent
great.
$8,000.
Most of these cards I haven't purchased.
You know what? Let me yes. There. We'll do that for now. Let me make this a little smaller. I don't know if you can still read it though. I think that's okay.
Just on in a while.
Makes me a little nervous that you guys still have access to them though, because again, last time you paid them off, they just went right back up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, it just ends up being something that we either need to pay for, or I mean, obviously the Thailand trip we didn't need to pay for, but
yeah.
And when we don't have cash.
Well, I mean, when you took the trip, you have to pay for it, but you didn't have to go on the trip.
It seems like the only other option, and then the thought is that we'd pay it back off
when we get paid.
When we get paid, or not when we get paid, but like overtime after we've.
And
it's not.
All of these plans, you guys have all of these plans.
We're good planners. We're really good planners.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're not a good planner if you're making plans that you don't follow through.
Dog shit at executing them. So maybe take a realistic plan this time. Go through the budgeting program. You guys get it because you're guests on here. Go through the budgeting program, the investing program. Go through them. We put so much time and education and resources into them. Take them together. Take the quizzes. Learn how to do it. Actually stick to a real life proven plan and be disciplined on it. Because I think you guys are also just not disciplined.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys know how to stick to anything.
Probably.
You probably started for a day.
Yeah.
No. We had a good thing going, right?
We did.
When we consolidated debt.
We had a really good thing going.
Wonderful.
Until
That matters.
You built it
when we're looking at this.
You built it all back up. What are you going to say? How are you going to justify this?
We needed to buy a car that was 30 years old, and
is that a different car?
$8,000 on it.
Yeah,
drove
that's
it
a different
back,
car.
and it has been in a shop.
What?
We haven't seen that car since.
Can you get rid of it? Can you sell it? If you sold all your little projects today, what could you get? Conservatively.
So I'm just gonna say, because I've put money into the car.
Yeah, I don't give a what could you get right now?
For that one, at least.
No, all your projects.
Oh, all
right
the
now.
projects. 15. Conservatively.
Do it. I heard you guys wanted to get dirty. Dirty money is back, and this time you're gonna be a lady.
You're making it harder to skip this ad.
Freaking the sheets.
Whenever
you know who you don't.
You're making just a
special
harder.
Sweet treat. Every order over $100 gets your favorite asset signed and framed. The Hammer dump truck.
Why?
6, please do it. I don't give a shit if it's a net loss in the end. Play around with money when you have some.
Yeah.
You don't. Take it. Pay off this card. Pay off another card. This is dumb. $35 in interest. Another $157.57.
Yeah, no, his timestamp. His timestamps kind of suck, to be honest. Otherwise, that'd be a lot better.
No monthly payment. Then a balance of $3,841.23. Just continues. What is this? Oh, is this like financed over time? Something?
Yeah, so that was repair. That was repairs for the car that we were just talking about.
Oh, what is it? 22% interest here. What is this?
Honestly, he should just get rid of the cars. That way he won't spend more on them. Because it just seems like he's just going to put more and more money into these cars. So he should just sell them. Not like getting some money for them will be great, but it's mainly just to get rid of them so he won't work on them anymore and spend more money.
It's charged by total payments. Well, what is this? What are we getting? Approval for what? Amount finance $7,390 for what? What'd you get? What happened here?
That one?
Plus prepaid finance charge.
What is this?
What is this? Cross River Bank. What's this for?
Hopefully this is her student loans.
That's for. We have so much debt we don't even know what it's for or who it is.
Probably
look at this and tell me what it is.
The motorcycle.
Oh. Is that what? Oh, that does sound right.
We don't even know.
Yeah,
we're so disorganized.
I thought it was a different loan.
We're so not knowing what our financial picture is, 0.5 or 6. We are so uneducated about our own situation because we're literally just putting our heads in the sand and just going forward and trying to survive. And we're proud that we're making the minimum monthly payments, and that's all we're doing instead of making any extra progress. That we don't even know what a debt is.
Oh, that's 22%.
Oh my! You didn't even know.
Bro.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that one.
And why do you need a motorcycle? Because you're gonna have a job that requires you to have a motorcycle, huh?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Wait, was that the motorcycle? Because I'm totally gonna put that on the over 6% if it's just any vehicle. Was that? Sorry, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm confused.
Extra progress that we don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't. Take it.
Okay.
Pay off this card. Pay off another card.
Yeah, pay off the card.
This is dumb. $35 in interest. Another $157.
I probably went back too far, but now I don't know where.
Minimum monthly payment.
Where to jump to?
$3,841.23. Just continues. What is this? Oh, is this like financed over time? Something?
Yeah. So that was repair. That was repairs for the car that we were just talking about.
Oh, what is it? 22% interest here. What is this?
Okay, so it's for the cars.
Total payments. Well, what is this?
It's technically a car loan by that logic, hey?
$90 for
yeah, over 6% car loan.
What happened here?
That
yeah.
Plus prepaid finance charge. What is this? Cross River Bank. What's this for?
You've got like 3 different opportunities, like 4 different opportunities to get bingo.
Look at this and tell me what it is.
The motorcycle.
Oh. Is that what? Oh, that does sound right.
We don't even know.
Yeah,
we're so disorganized.
I thought it was a different loan.
We're so not knowing what our financial picture is, 0.5 or 6. We are so uneducated about our own situation because we're literally just putting our heads in the sand and just going forward and trying to survive. And we're proud that we're making the minimum monthly payments, and that's all we're doing instead of making any extra progress. That we don't even know what a debt is.
Oh, that's 22%.
Oh my! You didn't even know.
Oh boy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that one.
And why do you need a motorcycle? Because you're gonna have a job that requires you to have a motorcycle, huh?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I'm gonna be a MSF course instructor, a motorcycle safety course instructor. And
is this like a side thing?
You need your own bike for this?
Yeah, they require that you ride like relatively.
I hope this is a side
at least once a week, and then they want you to teach once a month. So they just want to make sure that they're.
What are you gonna make from this?
Once I'm fully trained up,
which is how long?
Which is 3 weeks after 3 weeks from now. I'll be trained up. I will have taken.
Is this a side gig?
I will have essentially watched other coaches coach for a week, and
then how much will you make?
$538 per weekend, so 2 days.
Okay.
So it's just a weekend.
How
gig.
many weekends?
You can work. I mean, people have done 6 weekends in a month, but they suggest you don't do.
Buying a motorcycle for something he'll do once a month. Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Weekends?
No, like you can work during the weekday too. You can do classes on Thursday nights.
So,
how much are you going to be earning on a monthly basis?
Yeah. What?
Close to like $537. Like just,
that's it.
Just what's.
If he does it every.
Is it even
that's
worth?
$2,000. $2,000 if you did it every weekend.
And that's worth having.
Or sorry, if I did it every weekend, it would be closer to $2,000.
Yeah,
but...
I might.
Yeah, that would be
because you're at 22.92% interest rate. If this is your justification for having the motorcycle, then you're gonna need to put your work into it, buddy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Big guy.
I mean, yeah.
Also sell all your
no more
cars.
weekend trips up to the tree land.
Well,
22.92% interest rate of death.
Well, I forgot. I got to put some context to that because when I got into motorcycling, I was never planning on purchasing a new motorcycle. I've only purchased old motorcycles for sub $4,000.
So
This was actually when Ellie wanted to get into motorcycling. We went
I got
her a motorcycle for $3,000. It was awesome. Great bike. She dropped it immediately, hurt herself. And I just felt really bad at that point. And when I asked her, I was hoping, in the back of my mind, I was like, maybe it's not for her. But when I asked her, she's like, I really want to get back on the bike. So I felt really bad. And I was like, okay, let's go get you a new safe bike.
What?
Gives you the best chance of staying safe on the road. I was really like,
your ease of going into debt.
I was blinded and a little scared because I was like, if she's going to keep riding, then she dropped it again.
In love.
Yeah, then I dropped it again. So.
Then she dropped it again. So now we're taking a break from motorcycling for
now
safety
I'm not allowed
reasons.
anymore.
Really?
Pretty much.
How is this bike?
Really?
It's fine.
Oh, but you need it.
Now I would use
cosmetic damage.
What's the minimum monthly payment on this? Because it's not on here.
$192.
$192. Yep.
The dyslexia got me.
I know you got me too with it. I was like, we just looked at this.
For dyslexia?
Just
It's gonna say lysdexia on it.
But like really, really important letters. Like I forget what words you can mix around that like truck, that make a bad word. You could do like that. See, that's funny. You would wear that shirt.
Oh.
We're doing market
Hey, Dr. Molly, thanks for the raid.
research. You would wear that shirt, right?
What?
If it was like a dyslexia shirt that accidentally said, Yeah, I think that'd be kind of funny. It's like, oh, sorry, I'm dyslexic. Maybe you're looking through some like glasses or something.
Yeah.
See, brainstorming. We're gonna make these businesses happen. Your brain's dying. That makes sense.
How much is left?
On this
because it doesn't say. This is like your original financing approval.
Oh, really?
I don't know
we're down to well. That's kind of interesting because I thought it was higher.
I think we're down to 7.
We're down to 7. I think that's a recent copy because
I appreciate the rate. We're in the middle of it's an interesting couple audit. He's spent thousands on cars that don't work. They got a motorcycle, a super fancy motorcycle for her because she wiped out on the first one, and then they decided let's get and then she wipes out on the second one too. And okay, this is just a big old mess. Also, they just got married like 6 days ago, and they're already like blaming each other for everything.
The original finance was 10.
Finance was 7,390. Yes.
Oh, wait.
Your finance charge over the course of the payment periods because of the 22.92% interest would be an additional 5,000.
Okay.
I could have sworn the finance cost was 10.
I thought it was 10.
Oh boy.
I thought it started at 10. We're down to 7. We've had that bike.
Is there another debt in here? Well, yeah. I mean, no. I'm sure that some of the
how many loans do these people have?
8. Because you had an origination fee. It started at 8.
Holy cow.
Maybe it went up after that because it started at 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at 7,000. Okay. Wait. Hoi. This is yours. It's mostly you.
Yeah. No,
and you tried to blame her out of the gate, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, he blamed her for her spending on Funko Pops because she spends on Funko Pops. They're in debt.
Looking at the numbers.
I mean, yeah.
You have a slate card. Haven't had that on the show, I think.
That was, I think, my second credit card ever.
$5,647.99
Okay.
with another 100.
How many cards are we at?
These are stacking. These
3?
are crazy. This is ridiculous. No purchases, but $137 of interest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again,
nice. They actually didn't spend on it.
Because all your cards that you conveniently don't use are all basically at their max.
Oh, that's why they're not using it.
But I don't get myself
come
access
on.
to them anymore. So.
And I wouldn't. And I don't. Part of me wants you guys to close them or something. I don't
Probably.
know.
Doesn't that?
But that affects your credit.
It
Oh,
does,
come on! Concerned about credit score. Bingo! We've got a freaking bingo for once. Yes! Finally! I've been doing this for like 3 episodes, and we finally got a bingo.
You paid off all your debt. You built it all the back. Are we just gonna be doing the endless cycle until we're like dead? Like, I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared just based on your actions and lack of discipline and your ability to manage finances in any way whatsoever.
Oh, God. Yeah, way past fixing the credit score.
Sorry that my voice is harsh, by the way. I was sick at the beginning of this week. I am not. I'm not contagious.
Okay, cool. I was like, wait
a
second.
No, I was vomiting out of both holes.
Oh.
And
no.
Wait, if he was sick at the beginning of this week, he was teasing that once he got over getting sick, that he was running into one of his most infamous guests again, the Taquito Man. Is the Taquito Man coming back this week? That would be awesome.
Oh.
Did you eat some deli meat? There's apparently something going around. Boar's head.
Huh.
Don't eat boar's head deli meat.
Okay, that's good to keep in mind.
Nope, watched Deadpool, went home.
Yeah, the banks are gonna be after.
But I feel good now. This is my voice.
Did you see the new
Probably
one?
because of the movie. The movie was amazing.
No, we went and saw the first Deadpool in the movie.
Hey, there probably was some triple feature somewhere.
Right.
Some people spent the entire day at the theater.
We
I'm
did
sure.
get to see the new one on our wedding day, so that was fun.
That was cool.
Oh,
that's cool.
interesting.
In our wedding dress and suit.
Yeah.
Other people.
Nice. That actually sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So you have two. My gosh.
I think one's a card and one's like their
credit thing where you can put it on and pay over time kind of thing.
It's crazy because every time we record a post show for these, it's an extra 20-minute conversation, and attached to this usually driving into some more of the drama where this is more finances, that's more drama. But this is already such a long episode, and then we're gonna have an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So much talking today.
Yeah.
I have a lot of little cards.
Yeah, they seem so relaxed about being thousands in debt. Yeah, no, that happens so often on the show. But yeah, no, they're just chill. They're fine. This is fine.
Not little,
buddy. We've only been over 2 that are little, and the fact that you haven't paid them off is a joke. Honestly, like I'd be embarrassed. $226.24.
Okay.
$30 minimum monthly payment. Okay.
What we got?
No new charges. Good.
Okay, it's because they're close to the limit, though.
Nothing good interest rate in here.
No.
Well, no.
The car. The car's all right.
Yeah. I don't know if it...
Yeah. Dr. Molly's actually going to join me to go over a Caleb episode, one of the early ones.
Good, but it's
I'm really excited about that. That should be fun.
Upstart. So what are we doing here?
That's right. That one is kind of what got me started on, what kind of got me started on the buying used cars and trying to sell them. That was like my initial purchase of a car, and then I've just been flipping them and getting the next one.
Have you?
But not paying off the initial startup cost, I suppose. So I've just been paying minimums on that since.
What's the interest?
What's the point then, other than just for funsies? But you can't afford this as a funsies hobby.
Origination fee. When I initially took it out.
Oh, it's at 20%.
It's not good. It's not
guys.
Good. It's not.
Are you capable of taking out just like loans that are not 20% besides that one car? This is insane. 20% or higher. You're addicted to it. You're addicted to it. Injecting 20% into your veins.
I feel like I don't remember exactly when that one was. That must have been.
It's really bad.
You owe $4,264 and it's a $207 minimum payment.
Yeah, it was originally $8, I imagine. So I've gotten good about not opening the new credit, but now I just need to.
I don't think that's gonna. I mean, that's a step. Again, the things that you guys are proud about are literally the basic minimums.
Yeah. By the way, she ranked herself a 6 out of, or ranked their financial situation a 6 out of 10, and because she thought that they were better than the average person.
Yes, woo! Congratulations, but
surviving.
Every time you pay off that, you build it back up, and you are not sacrificing to get out of debt in any way. You're choosing these vacations and bullshit.
We haven't even really gotten into their spending yet.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, there's that Sally Mae.
Yeah, she's nasty.
Yeah.
It ranges from 14% to 17.5%. This is really bad student.
Yeah, no, they had no idea.
Honestly, I didn't even realize that they were very.
He did. He ranked them a 0.5. So I don't know if he's the only one who watches the show, or if she's just like super delusional.
Variable like that. I thought it was the rate that they showed me at the beginning.
$38,019.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh my gosh, these stacks so much.
Look at that total debt.
Your budget.
Well, those
$579.28.
Those I called them and I had to get back to them because I didn't have all the information. But I'm supposed to be able to get on like a graduated plan or something like that, where it's smaller payments up front and then they ramp up toward the end, which I know isn't.
Oh,
that's a horrible idea.
I mean,
you're almost ballooning it in a way.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you're just putting. You're like, if you don't fix your
Wouldn't that make
situation,
the interest
you're
worse?
so
Too?
Right.
there's
Wouldn't
so
you be
much
paying
risk
more
involved in that.
interest
It can help you right
that
now,
way?
but it could be.
Yeah.
It could you.
Just in the time that it takes me to get like hopefully a software engineering position, which is gonna somewhere come close to like 40% or up or higher my income.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say he makes way lower than what I was expecting for software engineering.
Yeah,
don't like the data we got in the job market today.
They just want a lot of experience right now is the problem, and there's a lot of really good engineers looking for jobs.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go out there. And you're gonna have to what are they called that you do? I'm blanking on the word.
Like a headhunter?
Oh, never mind.
But yeah, I mean, I've worked with a couple of like.
Our project
or talked to a couple of friends that are running cohorts out in like New York and San Diego that can help me essentially work for free, but get my names on some of these projects and some things that'll make me stand out against like a really tough market. Because everyone with entry level,
I don't know if that's really a good idea. To be honest,
doesn't look really good against everyone else with real world experience.
And I'm always happy to also.
Bro's gonna have to fake his death. I don't know about that.
Ever a desire from any of you or someone you guys know, I'm able to get.
They don't have actual collections. She has a collection of Funko Pops, but they don't have like actual collections where the debt hunters are coming to go and get them.
The one course career certification, which are always good.
Getting paid in exposure, definitely.
Some for the trades for like.
Oh yeah, it's death money. That's good.
So, I'm always throwing that available. Want to give you every resource possible.
We appreciate it.
Now this. I always struggle to say
Those are the student loans that our gracious leader took from me, so I don't owe those.
You're sure?
Oh right, okay.
Because I think
this was before you guys got here. She got scammed when she went to an art school, and the school like closed like after she graduated, so they waived those student loans because it was a scam school.
Yours.
Yeah, what's the balance? I think they're mine.
$60,000.
Yeah, no, those are mine.
Just kidding.
Those are mine.
We actually don't have yours. So what confused me at the beginning is I thought maybe these were yours, and we wouldn't have to look at them anymore.
Yeah,
you have an additional $60,000 in student loan debt.
Yeah.
How many years were you in school?
I switched majors twice, and I was going to school from stupid. I did it.
So did I.
Probably the worst. Yeah. I might have topped you. I think I did it the worst way that you possibly could have done. I went to a private school to be a teacher, which is a vocation that, it's cool.
Okay, it's great to be a teacher, but if you need to take out loans, don't be a teacher because you're not going to be able to pay them back on a teacher salary.
People do it. Doesn't pay very well.
For the private school tuition.
Yeah, so that was, then I did 3 semesters of that, and it was like $40,000.
Okay.
Just for those 3 semesters, and then went back to ASU
40 for
business. Dropped out because I hated business. Started working at the Apple store, the Apple retail store actually, and found my love for like technology and coding, and that's what I went back to school for.
All right,
but I was starting at zero basically after having accrued all that debt.
Okie dokes.
Yeah.
Well, $60,000, $32.28, $92.15 minimum monthly payment. Are you on like an income-based thing?
Yeah, with that one I'm on a
jointly file. I'm curious to see how they reassess. All these are basically 5%
40K for 1 year. Yeah, well, it was a year and a half, but it's still very bad because it's probably because it was private.
Are paid off.
The Nelnet ones?
Yeah.
Okay, but not Sally's.
Well, I might get on a traditional payment method because you're not going into public service or anything.
No.
In the income base, essentially.
I just realized. We're gonna just keep on adding to the bingo card. Maybe we'll get a blackout. I don't know. But student loan for a degree they don't use because he was trying to be a teacher and he's not a teacher.
Doing there.
So
though there would be a chance of forgiveness.
Yay.
In the future necessarily. A lot of that's going to depend on administration, courts, things like that.
Right.
Everything student loans are so in flux that you lowering your minimum monthly payment, which now, it might make sense because your other ones are absolutely insane. What you're doing is allowing that interest to accrue even more and more and more and more. I would want you to be on a 10-year, once it makes sense, once we're out of the other debt, a 10-year payment plan, the traditional payment plan, so you can just get out of it, but not in like a too fast way, but not in a too slow way either.
Gotcha.
Why would you not want to go as fast?
Because you guys taking out of your 401k. If this is a 5%, S&P 500 average 8%, United States stock market 8%, S&P 10%.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I want to start catching up on our investing.
Right.
And this would take 10 years to pay off and it would be done. It's not dramatically hurting you at that point. $60,000 is a lot for your income situation.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, if we can land you 6 figures in the future, and I think you can work up to that, you might have to take a lower level position than you'd want. A lower level just to start gaining some resume experience.
Yeah.
Honestly,
and I'm looking at that with my current company because I'm trying to stay with them. But they do have an internship program, which it would be unorthodox, but
might be what you
honestly, when it comes to like getting jobs and stuff, it's really who you know, not what you know most of the time. Like it's generally more networking stuff. So I'm not really sure if the working for free to build your resume will really help you unless if you're like making good networking connections.
you have to do though.
Yeah.
Start getting in there. It's just the unique situation of the current market. Yeah, 60,000. I mean, it is hard to let 60,000 sit. If it was 40,000, I'd be more comfortable.
That's just gonna compound. Like that's gonna be.
It
really
is,
bad
but
to
on the
leave.
traditional 10-year plan, it's just like, again, I would rather invest. We'll talk about it. I mean, that's the choice you end up making. Oh my! Why do you owe $8,000 to your parents? I didn't even see this originally. I think they just snuck this in before I came in.
To my brother.
To your brother,
What?
you owe $8,000?
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm gonna tell you
this is
why.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, now 12.
Oh gosh.
Insanely dumb. What is happening?
So
This is gonna be,
this
like,
one
double their
here is
income in a
because
year.
We needed to get into a place. Needed the money because the
Maybe don't get stupid car projects instead.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's fair. Yeah.
Needed the money to get into it because we didn't have enough for the down payment. We got the money borrowed to us about a month into us
Down
living
payment,
there.
you mean like security deposit first month?
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
But this was
Yeah.
after we
We
had
still haven't
already
even seen their
put
spending,
down
by the way. This is
first and last month's
and
and a security deposit on
we're
another
this far
place.
into the episode
Okay.
because
We
their
moved to said
situation
place
is this
and
crazy.
started getting harassed, and
Tires slashed.
like it was
Yeah.
Rash.
like a
Yeah.
like
Boy.
a note glued to my windshield
never knew
with
from who?
epoxy.
Oh, no,
I
we
knew
knew.
Who?
Who?
it was a neighbor. I don't want to get too into it, but I confronted them and it didn't like end.
I wouldn't have
super.
confronted them. I
What
would have gone to the police.
I did actually. I did.
And?
I did. I filed a report and nothing happened. I sent
I
in
would've
all the documentation.
How often did you follow up? I would have called the police.
I called
We
the court.
did.
First of all, they don't even let
Okay.
you. I mean, sorry, Phoenix PD, but you guys need to get your shit together. But they send you through a system. You don't get to talk to anybody, and when you call back, you're just getting like an automated message telling you,
Yeah.
"Yep, nothing new with your case." And so I got tired of getting
Oh,
harassed
yeah,
by
what
these
What
people.
about like so it's not that I would want you to do because I don't
Wonder
want
what
you to abuse
happened.
it, but like it's like a live
like,
situation.
started
If
it.
they're live, then it's like 911. Someone is at my car with a knife.
Yeah.
So we did
But
have
that feels
the
wrong.
lady did come up to my window and was banging on it and threatening me, and
Yeah.
that's
So
when
is
we
it-
went
Oh, I
over
should give
to
context.
confront.
Yeah.
Is it a
I
Karen
mean,
or something?
she was trying to pull into the driveway. She had a modified car, so I'm not the only one with the car love. She had a
Guys,
modified car with a
Stop
pretty
me
loud
into it.
exhaust.
Stop.
And as she was trying to back into this very narrow driveway, the lady came up to her window and started banging on it and yelling at her. I overheard this from inside, ran out and saw her walking back to her house, and I
Is
immediately
this-
confronted them. I was like, "This is absurd. You're not going to walk up
This
to
started it?
her window and do that. Like,
Why was she harassing you guys?
do you want to know the real reason?
Well, yeah.
The
Yeah.
vehicles are too loud.
No, it was worse.
That would annoy
What?
me too, but
It
I
was
mean,
way
yeah,
worse.
that is annoying.
We parked in their spot.
Oh yeah.
We were
For
not
one
given
time?
any information on where we were allowed. We were told. I told them explicitly. I have 3 cars. I have one that can fit in that garage. Can I park my vehicles here? The person who rented us the place was like, absolutely. It took us a while to get our.
wait, was
I
this
feel
like
like this is another way that your cars have like screwed you over. You got into like a war with a Karen because of it.
a house?
It was a townhome type
So
situation.
where they lived, they weren't not the same landlord.
No, it was the same landlord. We're
Oh,
in the
good.
same like
Why
complex
wasn't
as each
the
other.
landlord doing anything?
So
Yeah.
apparently this couple has been causing so many issues in that neighborhood that the landlord caters to them. So
Quite
the
literally
spot-
is what
the
we were
spot
told.
that they-
The-
the
Wait,
spot
why would
that
you-
they were claiming was theirs.
Wouldn't
is
you wanna
not an
kick 'em
assigned
out?
Parking spot. It is a free for all parking spot.
But they made it for them.
They made it for them, and they told nobody else. And when
Presumably
we
because
started
they do
parking,
things to people when they park there, like
Huh?
absolute
our-
savages.
our-
I was like, are we in real times? Like people do this to each other?
Why did the landlord not let you get out of your security deposit?
So she did. It just took a while.
Then you would have put it back to your brother. Why is the balance to your brother 8,000?
Because we then needed it to get into another place.
No, I get it, but you said you got your security deposit back in your first month's rent, right?
Yeah. There was a
So it would
point
have gone back to the brother. So why the is the balance to the brother $8,000?
They probably spent what they had.
We were trying to give him, I think, 6 or something like that, and
he said he wanted it all.
He said, "Are you completely out of?" Yeah, well, he said that, and he's like, "Do you guys still have credit cards and stuff?" And he's like, "Put it."
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, he was.
So no minimum to him.
No, he said he didn't want us to do the minimum. He said, when you got it, send it to me. So
it's gonna be a long time till you guys got it.
Yeah.
Why would you want that structure? That's dumb.
That's one of the ones I want to get rid of.
So you guys not combined checking accounts yet?
This one that you're gonna look at right now is a combined.
So
it's our first attempt.
Yes, this is our first attempt to.
Harbor Freight, $232.
Yeah.
Fry's Food, $3,900.
What is that?
It is a money order.
That was
because we
money
were
orders
down
to
for
put
the wedding venue, and we ended up not doing it.
Yeah,
but we got it back. We got it back.
So we got it back.
We got it back.
So you should see a nice.
Do they have wedding day?
Thanks.
You'll be happy to know that the reason we're married right now is because we decided to elope, because $14,000 to pay for a wedding.
Yeah,
was not ideal.
Go inside, get in some bullshit probably, and PayPal transfer $1,600.
That's how we pay rent.
That's rent.
Okay.
ATM withdrawal 103. Who knows where that went? ATM withdrawal 363. Who knows where that went?
363.
Oh yeah.
Is it the which ones?
What is that?
The ATM withdrawal. 363.
Those.
We looked at it the other day, and we finally figured out what it was.
You think that you'd remember that if you had to go through a whole journey to figure out what the expense was?
$10. I would at least know where that was.
Yeah. It was, I can't remember. I want to say it was for a car. Oh, it was. It was for a bike repair. And the guy cut me a deal.
Freaking vehicles, just eating everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need to make a vehicle mental health disorder for this guy's shirt.
Do they make those?
She does.
Oh, right. The shirt. Sorry, I meant the disorder. I was like,
should just
maybe
put a big choo-choo train on a shirt for you.
Like me with like a pinky on the choo-choo train.
Yeah.
No, we do that in the thumbnails.
There's actually a famous photo of me when I was younger. I fell asleep on one of those toy trains that I got for Christmas. My parents found me the next morning, still rolling around.
Oh, that's cute.
That's interesting.
I was an adorable kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What's not adorable is ending this checking account statement, which is yours, with negative $39. It's not very adorbs.
That's not great for sure.
Yeah, that one. So the way we had it structured with the bank account is we were going to put all of our bills into that Navy Federal bank account and have all of them auto debit out of there, and then the savings would be an actual like together savings.
And how's that going? Because we're negative in a checking account.
Because I still have my credit cards. I still have my credit cards pull from the minimum monthly.
What? Okay. All of you're saying, does that justify it being negative?
No, so I need to rework like how we do.
He needs to stop making crazy purchases.
Okay, so we went and got some BS spa.
BS?
Yeah, BS bullshit.
Oh.
From the bowl. Team Arizona, $179.
That's the
motorcycle.
That's the motorcycle thing.
Guy.
Oh, so that was actually a class for her, and when she had first took her spill on her.
Stop. You're supposed to be teaching classes soon, so you'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
He definitely needs to sell those cards.
To that.
That's when I got the job opportunity.
He keeps on spending on them. He needs to get rid of them.
Some Apple purchase, another Apple purchase in phone. We didn't got some BS. Cycle gear. Oh my. Cycle gear. Me.
More motorcycle stuff.
Potential groceries. Old BS. Hard to tell. Apple ATM withdrawals $200. Lots of ATM withdrawals. BlackRock coffee.
Those are
again. We're doing this while we have negative in our checking account. Great. Yeah. That's wonderful. Thrilling. Amazon went in, got some bullshit. You stop at stores all the time and get $3 purchases. $3 purchases. $3.
Can you call them taquitos, please?
You don't even know.
I don't.
You're stopping at Fry's and you're getting a $3 purchase. You're stopping at Whole Foods getting a $3 purchase.
Whole Foods?
And you don't even know, and you do it almost every day.
You guys are going to Whole Foods?
Almost every day?
Stupid. Yes.
I can't even remember the last time I was at a Whole Foods, to be honest.
On the 6th.
Is that your job?
On the 6th a month ago.
365 Market. Is that your job?
Oh, sorry. That's the little market that we have.
Okay, it's a different.
I know exactly because
Okay.
I read it on there and I think the same thing. That's like our little vending machine at work. That's that I do.
Okay, okay.
Well, stop. So basically the same thing. And Amazon went in, got some bullshit Circle K. When you did it again, $4 Circle K. You don't even know what you get ever.
I'm gonna call it taquitos. Those are taquitos.
Apple Bill in-app purchases. Amazon Smokeland.
Oh yay! Smoke shop or alcohol spending.
That's a me thing.
Do you want to partake in paying off debt?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently not. No, instead you're partaking in negative checking account.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth it. Great. There's a vending machine. Probably another vending machine. Amazon ATM withdraw $201.
Those are that's my crippling addiction of Facebook Marketplace. I see a deal under $200 and I just
stop, buddy. You made your minimums on your desk. That's
on.
it. Yeah. Facebook Marketplace.
Their impulse buying's out of control.
I should really delete that.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I've tried to get him to stop buying things on Facebook Marketplace.
But I'm a good convincer.
Huh?
I end up convincing her that I need said thing more often than not. I'm just.
Oh,
and
come
honestly,
on.
I have no effort
You
to
have negative in your checking account,
this
bro.
point of the conversation. This is stupid. This is objectively stupid. It is. You have so much debt. You have so many goals. You're not getting to them. You're now in a marriage situation. Both of your futures are tied together, financially speaking, as well. And you're putting Facebook Marketplace over each other. That's an immature child behavior. Stop doing it. That's dumb as
Yeah.
Selling out $250, probably another Facebook Marketplace. Selling out $220, probably another Facebook Marketplace. Also stupid, immature behavior.
Oh my
Bill,
gosh.
wonderful. Selling out $40. Great. Okay, 401k, $9,000. Who's this, and does it still exist?
These were all current, and we both have Empower accounts. So
that's good. $9,000 there. Someone used to work for U-Haul. $24,000 there. That's good. Happy to see
not
that.
bad.
So retirement, you guys.
At least you have something.
My retirement account is very fluffy.
So you're the good one with retirement. Okay, 17,000 in Fidelity. Who's this?
Me.
Okay, so you're the one that's been on track of this. You're the
Oh,
one
rock. Nice.
This one's also you, 1,800. Good.
One of them should be me. I thought I.
Well, yeah.
I feel like they have more retirement.
True one as well.
Right.
They might have the most retirement I've seen on this show.
Again, this one's you. Wonderful.
At least in terms of regular guests and not like internet celebrities talking about how much money they make.
Or $9,000. 401k.
Yeah, I know, right?
And this is you. Okay.
I'm pleasantly surprised that they have that much.
Fidelity, also you, $2,000. Individual brokerage.
Sure, they took out from their 401k.
Yeah, rollover from the 401k.
They had stuff.
Okay.
Well, that's actually the one that was.
She screwed up her life by marrying him. Maybe financially, I don't.
Weird. Did you mention something of a 401k?
I don't know.
Yes.
We did. Yeah,
that's what we were talking about.
Oh, so you didn't?
Maybe.
No,
actually.
we didn't take. Sorry, we didn't withdraw. And when you were talking about the penalties, I wasn't. I was pretty sure that when I did the research that doing a loan, I was essentially just paying myself back with interest. But
we didn't take it out. Sorry, we probably misled you on that.
I wasn't willing to.
Yeah, so
I wasn't willing to check you on that.
But it's paying it back to his 401k.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't even realize that you could take money out of your 401k. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's better if you don't know, to be honest.
No. It's never been a thing that I thought was a good idea. But when I was told that you could take a loan out against it,
guys, your minimum monthly payments are $2,834.35.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, now
yeah, no, she's definitely now tied to his debt.
Because now I got to include that.
Oh, right.
Even before they were married, she co-signed on her student loan on his student loans. So I think she was already kind of financially screwed by him.
Minimum monthly is
what's your owed balance?
I don't know. I'd have to
verify it.
I'd have to look it up.
That I don't know.
We're an hour and a half into this. How do you not know this? What's your minimum payment?
The minimum
at the very least
is $169.
And I assume it gets taken out before your pay hits.
Yep.
Okay, so we don't have to include that in this minimum.
Right.
Right now, if you guys use my Moomoo link in the description below, you can literally get 8% on your money.
It's
that's
so
sitting
hard
in
to
there.
skip your ads.
This minimum.
Okay.
Right.
Right now, if you guys use my
no,
Moomoo
I did it
link
the
in the
wrong
description
way.
below, you can
Why am I
literally
so bad
get
at
8%
this?
too.
Okay,
Sign up now. Link in the description below. Oh, me. Guys, absolute insanity.
Yeah, we have a unhealthy relationship with that.
Yeah.
No
And
kidding.
The only thing that's honestly
understatement of the century.
Literally simply discipline and communication. Well, okay, those things are not simple themselves. The idea of what you guys have to do is a simple concept, but going into it, that's where it becomes a little more difficult. You guys need to sit down on a monthly basis, look over your last month's spending and how it is associated with the budget you guys created going through the budgeting program, and fix it every month to see what you need to cut back on, what you need to adjust in your overall budget, and then what are your goals, what does it take to get there, what do we need to get there, and what sacrifices do we need to take as well, and then just discipline to make sure you're holding each other accountable. No more Facebook Marketplace, no more whatever the you do,
what is even buying on Marketplace?
It's holding each other accountable, not getting angry at each other,
furniture?
but holding each other accountable and getting to the goal together and
it's
wanting
like $200 each time.
Achieve it together.
I hope he's not getting car parts.
Okay.
Dang, I really thought we were going to be better in spending.
$187,000, $354 of bad debt. Nothing's an asset. Well, the car's kind of, but barely.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as liquid as I thought.
No.
They're very solid.
Ha 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 ha.
Is this right? Only $5,443? Yeah. $5,443?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So half that's already going to minimum monthly payments.
Right.
On our bad debt. Nothing that's going up in value. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I feel like we have curbed some of the spending.
Have you?
But at this point, was just such
the spending was honestly compared to a lot of people. Sure, it wasn't ridiculous, but for your situation, where more than half of your income's going to your minimum monthly payments.
Yeah,
the spending was atrocious.
Right.
Yeah,
considering that it should be net zero.
What's your rent?
$1,600.
Okay, so I guess we don't get to see what their spending was like before.
Utilities are.
But holy cow!
Are you counting internet?
Wow.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
But they can be negative.
That's $250.
Okay. Gas for both of you together.
She works from home, so
you still probably fill up a little though.
I have a long commute. I have a 16.
Gas commute. Across the board.
Is going to be 100 almost on the dot.
For both of you together.
Because she doesn't.
I don't drive at all.
100's pretty small. Okay, car insurances and everything.
160. That one's 167 with AAA.
Yes.
Yep.
Just one.
That's for both of us on 2 cars.
Okay.
And the cycle?
Oh, the cycle is through Progressive, and that one is $45 because we only have.
Okay, so a total of $212.
Yeah.
Okay. Not too bad, I guess. But probably don't need the motorcycle, to be honest.
$550. You can do $550 meal prepping. Don't go out to eat.
We do meal prep and we spend more than that.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. Stop.
They're negative. They're negative. Oh god.
In the budgeting program, we have a meal prepping thing that follows. $250 budget actually for a single person. Okay. Which we round up to $300 by upgrading some things.
We get our meal planning from our trainer that we pay $200 a month for. That was one of those Zilling.
Yeah, which you guys do not do anymore.
Okay.
I want you to do it. I really do.
Honestly,
I put gyms and stuff in. Like I'm pro that.
It's probably the only reason we're here taking care of this right now is that we started to take care of the health. And
that's good. This is 5% of your.
My gosh.
We'll see if we can put it in.
Okay.
I'm gonna do $550 now for groceries, and we'll see if we can fit that.
It's already negative.
Let's at least put in $40 for gym. Yeah. How much is gym?
Gym is $40 for me, $10 for her.
So 50 for gym. Okay.
50 for gym.
Any co-pays and like that on a monthly basis? Medical?
We don't pay. Not for your medication. It's all free, right?
Pets?
My medication is free. I do pay for my appointments.
Oh, right.
Which is how often?
Every 2 to 3 weeks. How much? Meet with a therapist.
22 each, so like $44 a month.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect. Phone bills?
Phone bill is
180.
Yeah. Do we owe on our phones?
What?
We did, yeah.
Oh no. They financed their phones.
We do now. We had them paid off, and then we got phones through Verizon and through Best Buy.
Man, I would do something cheaper, like helium, $20 a month per line. Just makes sense when you're out of debt, but
helium or mint.
Okay. Anything else I need to put in here that's not included?
No
pets?
No pets.
We have a pet, yes.
Oh yeah, sorry. We have a pet. We just don't.
What?
Do you pay for insurance for Bulma? No, we don't pay for insurance.
What's your pet?
A lizard.
A blue-tongued skink.
Okay, how much a month to keep it alive?
She eats once a week, so 4 times. It's
like 10, 15.
Yeah, we buy her
20
food every
bucks
other
a
month, if that.
Okay,
She
+20
eats what we eat.
+20 for. Okay.
It's a thing. They eat.
Okay.
Whatever.
You know what else is a thing, guys? I mean, you're under by $500.
Yeah.
So
Gosh.
$5,997.35. So no, we can't afford a $200 trainer. No, we can't afford a more expensive diet. And our
They're
diet
just heading
was a
deeper and
healthy,
deeper into
falling
debt.
standard caloric needs diet without
Yep.
junk food and stuff that we put in the thing we'll give you. So now I want to start a
Yeah,
move.
even the bare minimum, they're just digging themselves a deeper hole of debt. If they lived on basically nothing. Big old
No.
shovel of debt.
Starting
Going
from the
deeper.
rock bottom, making it all the way up.
You're below the rock.
Below the rock, like Patrick. But no, it's
We're
It's
just in a
definitely
position where it's like this is such a climb that minimum monthly payment is so high that this is one of those situations where bankruptcy might be easier.
Oh, wow.
Really?
And I hate that because it's going to be really stressful to go through. It's also expensive to go through. You have to come up with some cash.
Wow. You've gotten-
legal fees and lawyers
like-
and all the good stuff.
He like never
you're gonna be-
recommends that unless if they're like basically there's nothing you can do. So
Fighting for certain things, and you can figure out your car
That's,
situation. You know, you don't have to include that in
That's
it.
awful.
Your student loans won't go anywhere. But it would improve the situation because right now,
oh yeah, because
really
a
the only
a
thing
big
you
part of
can
the debt
do-
is student loans.
this is cutting back to zero. You're already under $500. The only thing you can do is literally you have to go bring in an extra $1,500 a month together.
easy.
Okay.
I mean,
Too easy. Why aren't you doing it?
but,
Yeah.
and you're right, because we did it and it was hard, and that's why we're not doing it anymore. But there was a point where we were both working multiple
Okay, if you
gigs.
do that,
Do it.
I don't know if you know, but we have a roommate that pays $600 a month.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Okay.
So you
know
guys
that.
are positive $100.
Barely.
Does that,
but yeah.
Okay, well,
Well,
was that how much they pay for rent or how much rent is?
We'll see. This would be he's lived with us for a bit, and this would be the first time that's happened. So
she's never paid rent.
He
He
never
has
pays
been
rent.
a
paying
little bit
rent
here and
for
there.
months, yeah.
I just
Oh,
don't like
come
counting on
on.
it, I suppose, is the way I
Yeah, no, don't count on that.
Nope.
put it.
We
Go get more
just did our
jobs.
agreement where he's going to be
That
paying
sucks.
$600 a month,
That you have
and
to.
he said he can do it comfortably. So that's
I'm not
we're
suggesting
doing.
bankruptcy, and I'm not
Why
going
didn't they
to.
mention that before? It seems like they didn't mention that before because he's unreliable.
I'll be honest, I didn't know that's how the conversation was going to be ending.
Dude, $187,354.
Yep, it's a lot worse than you
if your
thought,
roommate
isn't it?
doesn't pay debt, you're under $500. You both make. I mean, you guys make over 6 figures together. Yes, you can go work and you can start paying this off. But if we bring in an extra $1,500
Yeah, they're not
a
mentioning
month
a lot
and
of
he
things.
doesn't
That's
pay
very
rent,
true. That's very true.
this takes 187 months to pay off.
To be fair, if you have like this much shit going on, how are you going to be able to remember everything? There's like so many cars, so many broken cars, like the Jeep that doesn't work that they bought for camping, and all this stuff.
Bringing in an
There's
extra
just so much
$1,500.
stuff. The Funko Pops, everything. There's just so much stuff to keep track of.
After taxes.
That's why they're not mentioning things.
15
There's just so
years.
much.
So that's where I'm just like,
That's a long
there's
time.
a certain point where it makes sense. I'm not saying it makes sense.
Yeah, so the
I'm not
Funkos.
saying it makes sense.
Yeah, apparently she has hundreds.
How do I
Bankruptcy
calculate
for
that
credit for
point?
like a decade.
Right.
Decades quicker than 15 years. Now, when you and the thing is if you could, if we were in that really strong tech market right now and you could just go land $150,000 job right now, I'd be like, oh yeah, grind this out, you can do it. But I think you're going to be working your way up through lower paid jobs, through internships, getting that experience. I think it's going to be a while until you're going to be making your income for a while, and then it's going to be a while before you make like
My hope was that if we
Would be more financially responsible to burn them? To burn the Funko Pops? I don't know. If you can get like $1 for a Funko Pop, why not?
could get like a bare minimum zero plan to keep the going until I can land one of those jobs.
You can do that if he pays his rent. If he pays his rent and you guys literally don't spend a single cent on anything outside of the budget I gave you, which is very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult to maintain that.
Especially because I thought my spending was so much better than it
people have
was.
called my budget
a caveman budget.
No, I forgot the term, but it's. I mean, it is
hard.
Prison budget.
Yes, it basically is.
Oh
it
yeah,
really is.
yeah,
And
exactly, exactly. Sell them to Facebook Marketplace. Like I need to do that with. I moved into like a new place, so I'm trying to like get rid of all my old collectibles, and there's like so much that I need to get rid of, and I don't want to because it's annoying.
Be sustainable,
but I need to
get yourself out of this in a temporary situation. But your temporary situation, cutting back to zero and bringing an extra $1,500 a month after taxes. Your shortest situation is 15 years.
Yeah, it's obviously too long. But I mean, I still don't think bankruptcy makes sense because I have the upside.
And again, I don't want to go through bankruptcy. I'm just trying to think. This is like, there's a percentage in my mind if I was right over there where I might do it. A percentage.
Okay.
Right.
Not a majority percentage. Not even a quarter percentage. But there is a possibility we're talking to someone in the bankruptcy space.
Might be
well, they're gonna try to sell you on it, probably.
Maybe not ideal, but worth the conversation.
Okay.
I don't know.
Gosh,
I feel like anybody I try to talk to that works with bankruptcies is just gonna try to convince me to.
Yeah, that's my concern.
I mean, the way I would go about it is just gather the information you can from them, take into account that they might be selling you, and just weigh that versus the work that you're gonna put in. You can have to pay this off.
10 years.
Bankruptcy or this, you guys aren't getting in a house for 20 years.
I mean, the other day we had a chick who would need 90 years to pay off her debt.
Sucks.
It does, but 50 getting a house. No, not even 50. It's called. You guys could maybe do it by 45. 45 getting a house. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's fine.
You guys have dug yourself in your home. I'm glad you at least have some retirement. That's
gonna
be sitting there.
Maybe
you guys are only contributing to your matches, right?
Yes. Yep. Okay. We fixed that so that we weren't over contributing to anything that was free money.
Yeah. We did bring our contributions down because we did know that we couldn't be putting 10% into it.
That's
I think we might have brought hers all the way down because I don't think her company even matches.
No, mine's at 3%.
Or it's at 3%? Okay. But I don't think your company matches because they suck. Will not be named, but
I thought it wasn't a company
that she needs to get out of.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I want a second opinion on this. This is all very live. We do that because this is one. It is a show.
Right.
It is a show. But two, I also want it is for you guys to get finance help. So we like to combine those two here. I want to get a second opinion. Are you guys willing to sit down for an hour with our financial coach?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So let me get you guys to get with our financial coach, Reed. You guys can sit down with him as well. Go to calebhammer.com.
Yeah, they never mentioned him.
Yeah, he's CPA. He's focused more on taxes, but he's very well studied on pretty much everything finances. He's getting his CPA. He's good as he's
CFA.
Going to be CFA.
You trying to say CFA?
And all that stuff. But yeah, because I want a second opinion on this. Because again, I don't want you to go through bankruptcy. That's really stressful. It's really expensive. I know people that have done that and have been in a better place because of it.
Really?
Oh yeah. Actually,
I mean, is it worse than this or about this bad?
It really depends. Oh. It's going to be very situational. It's going to depend on the strain of the relationship. If you guys are okay with your credit being in the tank for like 10 years, I mean, I'm sure your credit's not good. So we actually had a former guest on the show. Well, unfortunately, their episode was never uploaded because their episode was actually lost. There was an episode when we recorded at my house where there were 2 episodes that day. We lost both episodes. And she's a guest, but, we've been in contact via email and everything like that. And she chose to go through bankruptcy. I didn't tell her to. I didn't even suggest to, but she chose to. And it actually ended up working very well for her. And she's in a better place for now. She could have worked to get out of it. She had an easier path to get out of it. She honestly.
I'm not 100% sure about that because I remember there was an older guest who had gone through bankruptcy, and I think he built it all back up again. So I don't know if you should go straight into bankruptcy before you have like some type of proven we can do something and actually stick to a budget thing.
I don't know. It has worked for her.
Gotcha. I mean,
I don't know. You guys are in almost $200,000 of really bad debt.
Yeah.
And with the way you guys are living life and the fact that you build all your debts up again, I wouldn't trust you guys yourself with access to credit and stuff.
I don't know if I trust them with bankruptcy
Would it make
either.
sense to
Or just like hurt them in the long run, maybe.
the debt and pay?
Not for you, because you guys built them all the way back up again.
Because we tried that.
It wouldn't. Yes, if you guys are disciplined. You're not. If you can prove you're disciplined for a while, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then maybe close the other account so you can't have access to them.
Right.
You need to have access to consolidation. You guys have so much debt now. At some point, the only debt you guys will ever be approved for.
Go have a nice nap. Thanks, Dr. Molly.
It's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're there yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting there.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
All right, household Hammer financial score, spending at a budget.
It should
you're
be
over.
almost done here.
So, well, actually, let me see. In terms of income went in versus spending.
I think they should at least have a 0.5 because of the retirement. It might be higher.
Knew that income was $5,443.
Could be low. I don't know.
Yeah.
How much was spent?
I think we're at 5,000. 400.
Taking into account the money order that was returned, it was about 7,000. So you were overspending your budget. It's a 0 out of 10.
Wow.
Debt. I mean, you're lucky. You don't.
Yeah.
It's a 1 out of 10. It's basically as low as you can get without having IRS debt or collections.
Okay, they
Emergency fund,
they should probably have
in
more than a
savings,
0.5 maybe.
10.
Because of the retirement.
This will be the one thing that is going for you guys. And for your ages, I'm actually quite happy.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Between a 6 or a 7, I'll be nice and give a 7.
Thank you.
Because you guys are at least pleasant people. They'll say 0 out of 10. Hammer financial score rounded up 2 out of 10.
Oh, very high for this show. The exceptionally high for this show, which is kind of sad.
Links
but there we
in
go.
The description below is there are the resources that I use or would use in specific situations, including the best budgeting and investing programs in the history of the internet, which are now bundled together at a lower price. Now make sure to join the membership here and join us for the post show.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Financial audit post show.
I'll give you guys a gift in the post show for people that purchase our new Dirty Money over $100.
Who wants that?
Included, but it's a frame.
Someone tell me.
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh wow! The dump truck, the hammer truck.
I was just gonna say hammer bottom.
Have you ever watched a lady pull razors out of her ring?
What about have a clear liquid go in and a not clear liquid come out?
What are we talking about? What?
Click the join button below.
What the hell? Oh my God. Okay, let's I don't know why they were just talking about like really weird adult content. I don't know why they were doing that. Oh God. I don't know. I really don't know. Gonna look at I'm gonna look, and I don't have access to the post show, so I can't really tell you what they're up to. Do they have like a weird OnlyFans? I don't know. But let's go through some of the comments because sometimes this is pretty good. She started paying his student loans months into the relationship. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard on the show. Yeah, it's up there. Married for only 5 days, and he took the opportunity to throw her under the bus in less than 5 minutes. I made my fiance start watching these videos, told him I want to marry him and not his debt. He finally has a retirement account free of debt and an emergency fund. I'm so proud of him. I hope that's real. Caleb is like the Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen nightmares, scaring people straight. That's generally what he goes for. He literally makes the comparison himself in some episodes. Caleb, it's a financial three-way. Male guest no, female guest yay. Boy. The audacity of him to instantly blame her for collecting Funko Pops for causing the debt, but then you find out he keeps buying crap cars to see if he can fix them. God. Yeah, that was actually pretty decent today, because it was a very, very interesting episode. This is probably like the longest episode I've seen in a while. So that's pretty insane. For all my live viewers, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. That'll probably be it for today. I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be doing it Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays because that's when the new Caleb episodes come out. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you next time if you want to. But yeah, I'm totally glad you could catch live. I really appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and see if I can figure out how to add in like the Twitch chat and make this a VOD. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.